The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Good morning to you. I hope you're feeling better, baby. Thinking of me while you are far away. Counting the days until they set you free again. Writing this letter, hoping you're okay. Send you the room you used to stay in every Sunday. The one that is warmed by sunshine every day. And we'll get to know each other for a second time. And then you can tell me about your prison stay. It's gonna be good to have you back again with me. Watching the laughter play around your eyes. Come up and fetch you, saved up for the train fare money. Kiss and make up and it will be so nice. Boom, 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 Feels so good, you're coming home soon. Walking away we used to walk, and it could be so nice. We're talking away we used to talk, and it could be so nice. It's gonna be good to have you back again with me. Watching the laughter play around your eyes. Come up and fetch you, saved up for the train fare money. Kiss and make up and it will be so
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is the thing. As the Zombies, Odyssey and Oracle, 50 years ago today, dear listener. Thank you to... Who told me that? Thank you to Richard, who told me that on Twitter. I don't care if it's true or not. It's 50 years ago today that masterpiece, that flop, because that's what it was, that flop that caused the Zombies to break up was released. And if you haven't got it, then goddamn you don't deserve your ears. And you should be put out of your misery in a clinic somewhere on the continent. Go and order Odyssey and Oracle by the Zombies. It's a masterpiece. Speaking of ears, goddamn political correctness, goddamn Michael Gove, to hell with Theresa May. Sorry?
I can hear... Oh.
If anybody tries to take away my cotton buds, I'm going to kick off. Have you heard this bullshine they're doing? They are outlawing cotton buds. Oh, it's plastic. Oh, it's plastic. Oh, it's waste of... Who cares? Sometimes you got to use a little bit of the old plastic. Sometimes you got to use a little bit of the old plastic, right? Oh, we can put... No, listen, all you squares and all you losers. This is what's going to happen. if you outlaw, this is what they're planning to do, your government, your Tory arsehole government, right? This is what they're planning to do, is to outlaw cotton buds. All that's going to happen is you're going to drive people abroad for their cotton buds. You're going to drive the cotton bud market underground. People will illegally be buying cotton buds, or even worse, they'll be getting pugil sticks and covering them and sticking them up a sheep's arse. Now, here's the thing, right? There was a doctor on Radio 4 saying you shouldn't put cotton buds in your ears because it pushes the wax in deeper. Not if you know the technique of how to do it. Of course you don't just shove it in and twirl and push. No. You coax it in. You feel the wax on the end. You feel it. And you just kind of turn, scrape, pull. Turn, scrape. Oh, there's a big lump. We're going to switch ends. Turn, scrape, pull. Turn, scrape, pull. Then you get. If you're lucky, you only need to use one end. You can use the other end on the other ear. Maybe, or if you're double lucky, you'll need to use 2 or 3 cotton buds because a lot of crap is coming out. Get it? Gently push it in. Turn, scrape, pull. Turn, scrape, pull. So I say to you, Theresa May, and no disrespect to anyone, but I think this whole Windrush thing is a smokescreen. I think the whole Windrush thing is so we don't focus on the really important story at the moment, which is the proposed ban on cotton buds. Yes, Windrush, it could be argued, is important, okay, but see through that story. Why would they release a story like Windrush? It's got to be to cover up something that's far more important. And I say no. I am sick of it. Let's have a second referendum. Let's keep our earbuds. And if there is any change on that, God damn it, I shall be marching down the street. Are you with me, Catherine?
No.
Oh.
Ian.
Yep.
Cotton buds.
Yep.
I bought some last week. The sticks are made out of paper now.
Oh, that's fine then. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. It's Nigel.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I just wanted to have my say on the cotton bud situation.
Okay, where you go?
Personally, I don't mean to be offensive, but I think you're talking absolute bollocks.
I like people with firm viewpoints, but you better be able to back this up, boy. Go on.
Personally, I think where this whole debacle started was back in 2010.
Back in when?
Back in 2010.
2010, yes.
With William Hague.
Yep.
I think he set the foundation for what is a shambolic system.
Of what? Of wax removal? I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the Windrush situation.
Okay.
I personally think that, when he came in as Foreign Secretary, he wanted to remove all the black people.
Black people, yes.
I personally think he's institutionally racist.
Okay, well, here's the thing, though. What did he have to do with it?
He controls who goes in and out of the country.
Wow! Okay, I didn't realise we were about to get into some heavy political debate. I'm sorry, I still have my cotton bud hat on. I'm removing that. I'm putting on my political heavyweight hat. The thing is, though, it wasn't. Listen to this, you muppet. It wasn't William Hague that destroyed all the boarding passes, was it?
No, I have it on good authority that he was the one who did it.
No, but your good authority is wrong, because the government has said themselves that it was Labour in 2009.
Why would you believe anything in the government says?
Well, because I do believe anything in the government says.
I know this is going off topic, but I personally believe it was Theresa May who committed a poison attack on the Russian spy. You may think I'm being stupid, but...
What, you think that Theresa May herself got hold of some poison and went and put it in that man's porridge? Or on his knobs?
If Russia wanted him dead, he would be dead. He wouldn't have survived.
I can't argue with you on that. I don't think it was... I'm not convinced it was Russia. It might have been Russia, it might not have been. But you're right, when Russia want people dead, those people die. But I do find it a slight stretch of the old immaginazione that Theresa May went round there late at night.
personally, I think she should be tried in court for her crimes and hanged.
Wowzers, that escalated quickly, didn't it? What other crimes would you try Theresa May for?
Grenfell, that's all her fault.
Okay, gosh. Well, I don't... Yeah, well... Oh, God. I don't think it's all her fault. I mean, the government certainly plays a part and a responsibility in it, but, you know...
personally signed the papers for the cladding to be put on those buildings.
I don't know if she did.
I've seen her myself.
Okay, right. So you're a fruitcase, aren't you?
No, I personally think this is going a bit off topic, but...
We were talking about cotton buds. And now you're talking about Theresa May going around robbing everyone and killing people.
I just feel like this is something that needs to be said on live radio.
Thanks very much indeed, Nigel. Your call is appreciated. Let's go to Alan Caddick. Good evening, Alan.
Evening, Bob.
It's going to be one of them shows tonight. I like them shows. Can you check the aircon, please? I've got sweat on.
And also, why did you last show this week?
Because tomorrow night, Catherine and I are not doing Friday nights anymore.
Oh, so who's going to do Fridays?
Howard Hughes.
So, real explained all weekend?
Well, no, Friday and Sunday. So we are not doing Friday nights anymore. I think Catherine might be working on the next Friday night, but I'm not. I have reached an agreement with the bosses that I will only do 4 days a week. It's like Chris Evans in the 90s, but I've been successful. So I'm only going to do 4 days in the week on the radio. That gives me more time to pursue the more important TV career.
Yeah, so more time on Good Morning Britain.
More time on Good Morning Britain. I was at James Martin's house today having food cooked for me. I've got a couple of quiz shows coming up that I'm going to be hosting. So as we all know, Alan, TV is more important than radio, so it's no more Fridays for me.
Well, tell me more about these games.
None of your business!
I love a good game car, I do.
Yeah, well, okay, can I let you into this? Yes, I can. My appearance on The Chase the other week, it was an audition because Bradley Walsh is stepping down from The Chase because of... What's he doing?
He's doing Doctor Who.
Because of Doctor Who, and the commitments are too much. He could just jump in a TARDIS and go back in time. It's not a real thing. So it was an audition that I was doing, and I found out today, brilliant news, I got the gig. I'm hosting The Chase.
Oh, nice one!
Yeah, I know! It starts in September, brand new series of The Chase, hosted by this guy.
You have to remember, Ian, The Chase is on.
Is it? Well, no, it's September it's on.
No, but that's the catchphrase.
No, I'm going to come up with my own catchphrase. In fact, that's tonight's show. What should my catchphrase be on The Chase?
03444991000.
That's not very catchy, is it?
No, give them a number.
Oh, that's the phone number for people to call in with their suggestions. I'm so sorry, Alan. I completely misunderstood you.
Well, most people do.
Alan, thanks very much for calling. 03444991000. As that guy just said, this is the late night alternative on Talk Radio.
Whispering lunar incantations for cross-parents, cross-dressers.
Did you know this about me?
And cross-rail workers.
Steel and polycarbonate.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee.
I've got a very poor internet connection.
On Talk Radio.
03444991000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you'd be very, very welcome to. I just lost the tweet from that guy. Did I retweet it?
Yes.
Did it get retweeted?
Yes.
Okay, good news. Let us go to Glynn. Good evening, Glynn.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm very, very well, Glynn. I'm on top of the world, looking down on creation.
We can tell, because you're shouting. But anyway, I'll talk to you about cotton buds.
Okay.
You're shouting a bit, Glynn.
Glynn, shut up. You're shouting quite a bit, mate.
I'm on the hands-free, so I don't know whether you can hear me or not.
Yeah, well, I can hear you, but don't pick me up on shouting when you're shouting, you idiot.
I'm not an idiot.
Well, you are a little bit for picking me up on for having a go at me for shouting when you were shouting. That's a bit dumb.
Well, I actually thought you bullied Nigel.
Well, OK, well then why didn't you say that instead of saying I was shouting?
So what's the difference?
Well, there's a big difference. Shouting is just shouting. Bullying is bullying. They're two completely different things. Also, he was an absolute prune.
Really?
He was talking bollocks, yeah.
Well, he's got a family.
Sorry, how do you know that? He might be an orphan. He might have been left abandoned in a basket. You don't know anything.
Right.
You're just making stuff up, Glynn. You're one of these people that thinks you know stuff when you don't know nothing.
Shouting again, Ian.
No, I'm not shouting. This isn't shouting. And also, you picked me up on shouting whilst you were shouting. So it cancels it out. God, you're stupid.
I explained why I was shouting.
No, but then don't pick me up. There might be a reason why I'm shouting. I'll tell you what the reason is. I'll tell you what the reason is. The first call and the third call to this show were complete and utter bellends.
Can you not let anybody talk?
I let him talk and he was talking bollocks. I'm letting you talk and you're talking out your a-hole.
I haven't got one, mate. It's sewn up.
Yeah,
like
I bet it. What do you mean, like yours? How is that an insult? Of course my arsehole isn't sewn up. What a stupid thing to say.
Because you're talking shit, that's why.
Well, if I was talking shit, what would that have to do with my arsehole being sewn up, you potty-mouthed, rude, horrible, thick man?
That's the only way you can get out.
You're an idiot, Glynn. You're an idiot. What was the point you wanted to make?
Cotton buds.
Yeah.
Just like diesel cars.
This is going to be funny, Glynn. Guys, hang on a minute, Glynn. Guys, everybody. Glynn's got material. Hang on, stay there. Alistair.
Yeah.
Get ready, mate. Glynn's got material. Ricardo.
Hello.
Stay there, mate. Glynn's got material, okay? Noel Taylor.
Yeah?
Stay there, mate. Glynn's got material. Catherine, you ready?
Oh.
This is going to be a good one. Guys, if you're at home, this is going to be a good one. Glynn's got material. Talking about cotton buds, saying it's like diesel cars. Here we go. Glynn, let's have it.
Right, we were encouraged not to cut down trees, to save the trees, so we went to plastic and made plastic cotton buds. Now, we're poisoning the oceans, we're going to make them out of paper again, which is going to cut down the trees again.
I wouldn't open with it, Glynn. I wouldn't open with it.
20 years ago...
Oh, God, you're a boring man, aren't you? You're a boring man.
Really?
Yeah, you're a boring, rude man.
I think you should look at yourself, pal.
Oh, I do look at myself on a regular basis, and I'm growing into myself. But you're dull.
You need to shed a skin, mate. And really
No. Listen, I'm a very spiritual human being. I have meditated with some of the great meditators of the world. I have travelled. I have seen things that your narrow, tiny little mind couldn't even begin to imagine, Glynn. I've lived. I have lived, and I have died 1,000 deaths. Whereas you, my friend, you don't have anything to offer.
Well, I wish one of your deaths had lasted.
Say that again, Glynn, but this time try not to...
One of your 1,000 deaths would have lasted.
OK, so now you're wishing death on someone. What an unpleasant gentleman.
You call me tiny, narrow-minded. How do you know that? Can you prove that?
Yes,
I
can.
My education.
Yes, I can prove it, Glynn, because just listen to the last 5 minutes of radio.
Oh, you're pathetic.
You're the one that phoned me?
Sorry?
You heard?
Because, yeah, you bullied Nigel.
Okay.
I don't do bullies, mate.
No, but so you phoned up to speak to a bully about cotton buds?
Because you just shouted him down all the time.
Mate, he was talking absolute rubbish. And if you don't think... What was he talking about William Hague for? What's William Hague got to do with it? He was claiming that he had personally seen documents that Theresa May had signed off Grenfell. I don't know if she did. He was claiming that he had seen evidence that it was William Hague that had destroyed the boarding cards of the Windrush families and not the Labour Party.
No, it was even a...
See, Glynn, you can't even conduct a phone call without breaking up.
Over a Fisher's civil servant.
What, right, okay, but done by the Labour Party, not done by the Labour Party.
Anyway, Ian, if I'm so narrow-minded, why do you keep talking to me? Surely you would cut me off by now.
No, because this is great entertainment, hearing a little man being destroyed by a big man.
What do you mean you're a big man? How tall do you think I am?
No. This again is where your narrow-mindedness comes in.
Are you talking big in personality?
No, I'm talking in spirit.
What is spirit?
Well, again, that's another... Listen, you can Google it, but it's a lifetime of experience will let you know that, maybe, Glynn, if you just open your eyes and your ears to the universe.
I don't understand this.
No, I know you don't, Glynn, and hence we go back to the narrow-mindedness. But don't worry, maybe you're not meant to understand it in this lifetime.
No, what I don't understand is this spiritness.
No, I know you don't. Why should you? You're not meant to.
Well, explain it to me why I'm not meant to.
It would take too much of my valuable time to explain it to someone who wouldn't understand it.
But I thought you were a benevolent man. You've been everywhere. You've done everything. You've lived a life.
Oh, again, here comes your narrow-mindedness. I haven't been everywhere. I haven't done everything. I've barely scratched the surface.
Well, that's not what you said before.
No. I've done many, many things, and I've been to many, many places, but I've still only scratched the surface, and that's what makes life so wonderful, Glynn.
Perhaps you should scratch a bit deeper.
Every day I'm scratching deeper.
Okay. Must be something you caught in the jungle, then, eh?
There you go. There you go, Glynn, with the jokes.
Whoa.
With the jokes.
Are you the only one that's allowed to make smart remarks?
Whoa.
Are you the only one that's allowed to make smart remarks?
Well, I'm the only one that has made smart remarks in this phone conversation, if that's what you're referring to.
Your opinion, and everybody has an opinion.
Well...
Obviously, you don't think...
Not everyone's entitled... No, I don't. Not everyone is entitled to an opinion, in my opinion.
Yes.
That's just my opinion.
Well, therefore, you can't be a spirit.
We're all spirits, brother.
Oh. I'm going to have to take your hands free. Is that okay? If you want to carry this on.
Do whatever you want to do, mate.
I'm going to say, I don't know how to do it. Do you?
Of course you don't. You're an idiot.
Don't call me an idiot.
You're an idiot.
You're a plank.
Yeah, but...
should we trade insults? Or have a proper conversation?
Well, I'd win.
You'd win what?
Oh, God almighty. If we had an insult competition, I'd win.
Would you?
Yes, I would.
Well, you start.
I don't want to.
Right then, we'll have a proper conversation.
Well, let's try, shall we, Glynn? If you feel you're up to it, buddy.
I'm up to it.
Away you go, then.
Sure, radio show, you're in charge.
You phone me.
Yeah. But I've had a lecture about what a small man I am, narrow-minded.
Yep.
I'm waiting for you to enlighten me because you're a spirit.
No, we're all spirits, brother.
Okay. Well, enlighten my spirit, brother.
But we've only got 2.5 hours left.
What's this? Ha ha ha! Whoa, me.
It's called it's a laugh. It's called laughter.
Is it?
Yes, it is, Glynn. Can I tell you the thing that you've said most in this phone conversation, and this is some wisdom for you. The thing you've said most is it? I would suggest that you get those two words and get that sentence out of your vocabulary, and just accept that when I say something, it is.
That was clever. I like that one.
It's a good one, isn't it? I'm full of them.
Go on then, tell me some more.
Well, no, you can't. You don't just spout truisms, because those that just spout truisms generally don't have a lot to say. They come when the moment arises.
I think we started off on the wrong...
I think you did when you started having a go at me, Glynn, yes.
And I think you took the bait.
You think I what, sorry?
I think you took the bait and started shouting.
Well, no. No, you started shouting, and whilst you were shouting, told me that previously I had been shouting.
Yeah, but you do.
Right.
That's your producer. Your producer even told me, depending on what mood you were in.
No,
right,
I didn't.
You've not spoken to my producer.
The girl who spoke to on the phone. I do apologise.
Well, first of all, that's a guy, and his name is Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, you're not very observant. But listen, this is too easy for me, Glynn.
Is it?
I told you to get that. Listen, when I say something, just trust me, it is.
Yeah, because it's waiting for an explanation, because it's a northern explanation. It's a northern...
It does you no favours. It does you no favours.
Really?
Yeah.
That one doesn't either.
No. You're learning. There you go. You've learned something.
Right, you're not in tomorrow, are you?
Why? Do you want to meet up for a drink?
You're in London, I'm in Manchester.
Oh, man. No, I don't work Fridays anymore.
You've got your television career, haven't you?
Yeah, it's much more important than radio. It's pictures. Pays more. More people see it. It's pictures. TV is better than radio.
OK, I'll ring you soon, Ian.
Thanks, Glynn. I've enjoyed that, mate.
I've just got home from work myself, and I'm going to go and eat my tea.
Tutty bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Shh, go to sleep.
Fair play. That is the best ending to any phone call I've ever taken.
Is it?
That is the best ending to any phone call I've ever taken. Shh, go to sleep. That is a great one, Bill. Well done. That was fun. There was a little bit of theatre. People texting me, well, this guy, someone saying I'm making fun of autism and that I'm a tosser. I dared look on Twitter after that phone call. Guys, it's a little bit of theatre. Why am I even explaining it to you for? I don't need to explain this stuff. Hit the ads.
Take a trip into the alternate reality of late night radio.
I think I'm in something like The Matrix, and so are you.
The Late Night Alternative.
Hello.
With Iain Lee.
Is there anybody out there?
On Talk Radio.
Hello.
03444 991,000 is the telephone number. Is Sydney for me? Young lady taking the phones? OK, that's good. Good evening. Oh, hello. Do you want to get Sydney back? Let's get Sydney back. Hello, Lenny.
Hello?
Hello, Lenny.
Hello, Ian. How are you?
I'm very well, Lenny. How are you?
I'm fine. Now, listen, you can't be putting up with all the crap people think you.
Say that again.
You can't be putting up with all the crap people.
Are you suggesting that I should cut all the crap people out of this show?
I mean,
Thanks very much for calling. I'll follow his advice.
Next time, use your own voice.
Yeah. Let's go to Ricardo.
How are you?
This is fun tonight, isn't it? This is what it means to be alive. Catherine, on a scale of 1 to 10, how alive are you feeling tonight?
About 11.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm really feeling alive. It's like I've done a speed bomb in the 80s or something. I feel my eyes are bulging out of my head. This is wonderful.
This is so good.
Ricardo's loving it. Ricardo gets it. People on Twitter, not everyone on Twitter's getting it.
But that guy just went, yeah, well, you can't do this. You can't. He just went. Yeah, whatever.
It was a little bit. It was a little bit mean, but I was enjoying the theatrics of it.
It's really funny. It was so mean, but it was really funny.
Thank you, Ricardo. What have you got for us on this Thursday evening? Thursday, of course, is the new Friday.
What wish? Wow, I mean.
Wah, wah, wah.
But I mean, literally, I was going to ask you what your favourite Jackie Chan film was.
Okay, probably either Project A or Armour of God.
Project A is one of the best films.
Project A is a great movie. There was a period of about 5 years when Jackie Chan was making incredible movies. Yeah.
Yes. And then it all kind of. But the thing is, do you think he sold out to Hollywood eventually?
I wouldn't call it selling out. He went to Hollywood. He made some of the Hollywood films are good. A lot of them are rubbish. The Rush Hour, the first 2 Rush Hour films, I think are great movies. Shanghai Noon, I think, is a great movie. Yeah, Shanghai Nights isn't so good. I think they're great movies. But, the thing is, he comes from that Hong Kong Chinese background where they make 3, 4, 5 movies a year, and he's still... Not quite so many now, but up until about 5 years ago, he was still doing 3, 4, 5 movies a year.
He's done all of his own stunts.
He don't do all his own stunts anymore, but well,
not anymore. But...
I mean, you got things like there's the one Project Strike or something. Strike. Yeah, and the Tuxedo, and I mean, I tell you what, my kids really like The Spy Next Door, and it's a terrible film, but I thought it was a really nice introduction to Jackie Chan for my two young boys.
Do you think it's like a relaxing kind of introduction, or Let's be honest, should we just watch Project A?
Well, mate, I made a terrible mistake.
Brilliant.
The second film I showed my boys, bearing in mind at the time they were 7 and 5, the second Jackie Chan film I showed them was Rumble in the Bronx. And I'd forgotten how dark Rumble in the Bronx is. It's a horrible movie.
It's pretty nasty.
It's the bit where he's at the alleyway and they're just chucking bottles at him and they're smashing and cutting him to pieces. And I was thinking, and my boys are getting, physically scared by it.
Well, it's a bit scary.
It's horrible. I remember it being a lightweight comedy, but it's horrible.
Look, it's not Carry On Camping. Let's be fair.
No, but I have shown my boys. By the way, Glynn's just tweeted me. Thank you, Glynn. Honestly, give us a call anytime, mate. I love that. I've shown them some of the fight scenes from Jackie Chan. They like watching some of the fight scenes.
They're brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, in the early days, because it was kind of hysterical, but kind of,
Oh, well done. Lane is telling me Police Story as well, which is a great film. The bit where he's chasing the bus and he's got the umbrella and he hooks it on the bus and climbs. Oh, mate, it's great.
Police Story was a great kind of film, like early on, but I think I agree with you when it gets Americanized. Is it too mainstream? I don't know.
Yeah, he did, and good luck to him. Jackie Chan broke more bones in his body for us than anyone else has ever done, even more than Jesus. I'm saying it, kids. Jackie Chan is bigger than Jesus, and he deserves to get the dollar.
Jackie Chan was real, but yeah, go on.
He deserves to get. Jesus didn't do his own stunts. He deserves to get the dollar.
Well, I'm not disputing that on any way, shape or form.
Don't you dare dispute that in any way, shape or form. Otherwise, I'll come round and I'll open up a big can of whop-ass.
Thank you, Ian.
Thank you, Ricardo. Tutty bye. Let's go to Bill. Good evening, Bill.
Hi, Ian. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing very, very well, Bill. I'm having the time of my life tonight.
Yes, I know you are. I can hear you getting your money's worth tonight. But I'm serious now. That you asked me to give you a ring back quite a few weeks ago due to my mental health, but I've not been able to because I've been very ill. So
go on.
I'm just giving you a ring back just to say that things are on the up now a little bit.
Hey, mate, that's brilliant. What's happening that's put you on an upswing?
The medication that the doctors put me on seems to be working now, Ian. So I'm very serious about this. It seems to be working, and it's good news, mate.
Great. I remember the call, and you sound a lot more upbeat, and you sound, a little bit more outgoing. That's brilliant, man.
I do. And it makes a big difference, Ian, that when you come on air between 10 and 1 o'clock, it's really good just to hear you be happy. So it makes me happy, you being happy.
Oh, mate. Well, I'm really chuffed. Have you, so the medication is working, and that's brilliant. Have you kind of been doing things that maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, you couldn't do, or is it still a little bit early for that yet?
No, I haven't got that far yet, Ian.
Okay.
But if you can imagine a lad that you're getting up to, and I'm on the first rung now.
Beautiful.
And I'm gradually walking up the rungs.
I'd say you're on about rung 3, 4, or 5 at the moment, Bill.
So my next stage is to do what you've just been saying, try and do things that make me happy. And then I can try and go forward back into my life again, and try and get some quality life back.
There will be a lot of people cheering you on tonight, Bill, and a lot of people that will have heard you a few weeks ago, and I think you'll be inspiring a few people tonight who heard you miserable the other week and hearing you feeling better tonight.
Okay, well, thanks for that. I have to go now, but take care.
All right, Bill, keep in touch, mate.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Keep up the good work. Bye for now. Bye.
There we go. Well done, Bill. Well done, Bill. That's nice, isn't it? That's nice. Man, this is some show tonight. This could be the one that gets us taken off air. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
You can watch the show tonight, youtube.com/Iain Lee. Now, here's the stats. So, in the last month, March the 21st to April the 17th, there was over a million watched minutes. Does that mean a million minutes? So hang on. Did a million people watch a minute? Or 1 minute was watched 1 million times. What does it mean?
Yeah, that.
So the last 28 days, March the 21st, April the 17th, 1 million watched minutes. Is that good? That makes me feel... That's... The BBC doesn't have 1 million minutes a month. How many minutes in a month? Could you work it out for me statistically?
Minutes
please?
in a month? No, can't be bothered.
OK, no, that's fair enough. That's absolutely fair enough. And I respect your honesty there, Catherine. Thank you. Let's go to Lewis. Good evening, Lewis.
Hello?
There's been a murder, Lewis.
Hey.
Hello. Hello, Lewis.
Hey. I'm sorry, I don't want to sound rude or anything. I was just ringing in. I want to just ask a question.
That's not rude to ask a question, but the question could be rude, so let's see.
It's not a question, it's a statement.
Well, hang on a minute. First of all, you said you don't want to be rude. Then you said you wanted to ask a question, and now you're saying, well, actually, there's no question, it's a statement. So this is not rude, this is insane.
Well, man, yeah.
I'm really enjoying at the moment. I'm really enjoying speaking like saying insane. So it sounds like I've got false teeth in. I've been playing with this a lot the last few days. Just sort of talking, just a little bit sort of gap between my teeth. Like that. Just moving my jaw a bit. So it sounds a bit like there's false teeth. I've been really enjoying doing that.
Okay.
It could become a thing. I don't know. It could be my catchphrase. All right, let's hear your statement that is definitely... Has it got a question mark at the end of it?
It might have one.
That would make it a question. Let's say it, and then Catherine and I will debate whether it's a question or a statement, and whether it's rude. Away you go.
Can I say hello to Catherine quickly first beforehand?
No.
Hey, Catherine.
You cannot do that.
Right. I've done it. Right, this is it. I think new metal, man, is rubbish, okay? New metal, it came out when I'm 30 now, and it was 15 when... I was 15 when it came out, and I think that's the reason why my generation is so messed up. Because new metal was terrible, and that's what we was all listening to, and there was no substance in it, and now 15 years later, look at the world.
Which generation are we talking about?
He's a millennial. He's 30.
15. I was 15. Well, I was 16 in the year 2000, and it's the Limp Bizkit and Korn and Slipknot generation, you know. And my mum and dad.
I once got. This is true. This is. I once. Hang on. Hello.
Sorry.
No. I once got a member of Limp Bizkit to sign my anus. Sign my my buttocks. I did.
Really? Did you use your bumhole as an O?
Or chocolate starfish, was it?
No. Oh, that is obscene. No, I did. I got on a TV show. I got him to sign my bum. For a laugh.
What did he sign?
Well, I'm hoping he signed his name.
Have you checked?
No, not. Okay, right. This is. I mean, there's not really a lot for me to sink my teeth into in this. It's a statement, by the way, Lewis. It's definitely a statement.
I'd say it was a hypothesis.
Okay, yeah. Go and write. I tell you what. Go and write 25,000 words on it. This can be your dissertation for the University of Life.
I'm writing 25,000 words on the vegan vampire, man. It's pretty hard.
Who's the vegan vampire?
His name's Jeremy. And he's a vegan vampire that lives in Dalston because he wants to be part of the trendy crew, and he's got a bicycle.
Is this a real person?
No, I made it up.
Okay, right, fine. Well, you write a book?
Yeah.
You need more than 25,000 words in a book. Unless it's a small book.
Well, I don't see him, man. I know. Yeah.
I'm trying to write a book. You need, but for like a good book, you want 80,000 words. I've got 28,000 words, but I am going to get into it. I've given up on that.
There's no book.
Okay. I've got about 10 pages so far.
Okay. Well, that sounds exciting. What's your book called?
I haven't got a name yet. I'm just writing it, man.
You write it. This is what I like. This is what I like. Artistic endeavours by nut jobs.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Listen, I can't disagree with you. New metal, man.
Was shite.
Was absolutely shite.
And I'm telling you now, man, listen, I'm 31, right? And
happy birthday.
We're talking about 50. We're talking about 15 years ago, okay? And a whole generation of kids were listening to this crap, man. And we've all grown up, and there's no substance, you know, like.
Okay, well, Lewis, there you go. Thank you very much indeed. I don't know what did he say then? No?
The F-bomb.
Okay, I'm
But
getting.
he kind of we laughed it out.
Okay.
But very rude. And if anyone was offended, apologies.
Let's invite Jasmin into the conversation. Good evening, Jasmin.
Hello, can you hear me properly?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay.
Hey, I can understand what you're saying.
Yes, I've worked on my English a bit.
You've worked on your English a bit, and it sounds much better.
Das ist sehr gut.
No, don't.
Einfach klasse.
No, don't take her backwards. I don't want to take a retrograde step here. So someone's telling me that a million minutes, where's this gone? A million minutes is 1.9 years a month. What does that mean? A million minutes is 1.9 years a month.
What? Read it again?
It says here, a million minutes is 1.9 years a month. What?
Eh?
I don't understand.
No.
I don't understand what is going on. Ah, man. Anyway, Jasmin.
Yes, I phoned in for something that makes me laugh, and it always makes me cry as well.
Yes.
May I say?
Hang on, let me just discuss this with my production team. She wants to talk about something that makes her laugh and makes her cry as well. May she say? What do you think?
What could it be, do you think?
I don't know.
What makes you laugh and makes you cry at the same time?
A rom-com?
A rom-com?
Or it could be a rom-com.
Ein rom-com.
Einen Rom-com. Could be 5 Wedding und einen Kasketten.
Right. Could be ein Erdbeereis ohne Sahne.
Could be Notting Hill! Notting Hill!
Could be Van Harry mit Sally Gourmet.
Entschuldigung, Sie bitte. Ist der Laughter und der Sprinkelfallen ist einen Rom-com?
Rom-com?
Rom-com.
Comedy romantisch.
Harrington Sally mit Com-com. Rom-com.
Ist das Chinese?
Entschuldigung, ein bisschen bitte. It's not a rom-com. Don't think. What could it be that makes her laugh and cry? A tickle on...
Clown.
Einen Clown. Ask her.
Es ist ein Clown.
Ah, okay. No, it's something else.
Okay, I know what it is. Es ist einen Tickeln auf dem Scheißhole.
Whoops.
Don't really want to say that
It
again.
made her laugh. It didn't make her cry.
Well, we don't know. Maybe inside she's crying. From experience, it has that effect on me. I think we just ask her.
Ask what it is,
Let's just
for
ask her.
sake.
So what is it?
Okay, it's a fact that no one ever thinks about it, but I find it very important.
Yeah.
And it is that every second or minute or hour of our life that passes, that it brings us just a tiny little bit nearer to our death.
Oh.
I'm laughing und Kath ist Sprinkelfallen. Da! That is a really wonderful thing to think. And just think in a month there are 1.9 million minutes a month. Well, that's great, Jasmin. How often do you think about that?
During the last few days, very often.
Okay. Well, you keep thinking about it, and I'm going to carry on living.
Yeah. Can I also tell you something now?
Of course you can, because you're one of my favourite callers of the last 2 minutes.
Okay. So something very stupid just happened to me, and that is that I was sitting in front of the radio.
Yeah.
And then I thought, when will Iain come to me? But the thing was that I forgot to call you.
You did what? She did what?
She forgot to call us.
So hang on, you were going to call... Did you think you'd called her? Oh, you were waiting for us to call you back? But you hadn't called us in the
no.
first place?
No, I haven't even called you.
So you haven't called us tonight? So who are we speaking to then?
I'm Jasmin.
Oh.
Or maybe I'm not.
Maybe you're not.
But may I ask a question, please? Hello? I can hear you. Here knows. What are you doing? I want to know. No chance.
Hello?
Hello?
What's your name?
Hello? I'm Jasmin.
What's your name?
Jasmin.
Jasmin, that's a nice name. I bet you smell nice.
What's your name?
Noel. As in Edmonds.
What's your name, please?
Noel.
Okay, where are you from?
Royal Leamington Spa. Where are you from?
Switzerland. I was just speaking to Iain.
Sorry?
I was just speaking to Iain from Talk Radio.
Oh, he's great, isn't he? He's going to present the chase, you know. He's going to be famous.
No, not present. He's just taking part.
Sorry?
He's not going to present, so no.
Isn't he? I thought he was going to present it. I was going to congratulate him.
No, I don't think so, but yeah. Are you from Talk Radio?
No, I'm just an inventor. And a singer-songwriter. And a publisher.
Oh, cool.
And an author.
But
And an
you're
artist.
from London, are you?
No, Royal Leamington Spa. Where are you from again?
Switzerland.
Where?
Switzerland.
Switzerland. Oh, great. Blimey. Is this the richest place to live, isn't it? The happiest place to live in the world, isn't it? Switzerland.
No, I've a lot of very poor people here, so it's not what it seems like.
I'm getting mixed up with Norway or somewhere.
You live in Norway?
I think Norway's the happiest place in the world to live.
Why?
Pretty sure it is. I don't know.
Why?
Royal Leamington Spa is the happiest place to live in the UK. I know that. So I'm happy.
Okay.
Are you happy?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I thought that might emigrate to the UK once.
Sorry, it's a bad line. I can't hear what you're saying. I couldn't hear what you said. How old are you? think it's time to go to the news. Don't you, Ian?
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you
Well, I'm not the kind to kiss and tell, but I've been seen with Farrah. I've never been with anything less than a 9. So fine, I've been on fire with Sally Field, gone past with a girl named Bo, but somehow they just don't end up as mine. It's a death-defying life I lead. I take my chances. I die for living in the movies and TV. But the hardest thing I ever do is watch my leading ladies kiss some other guy while I'm bandaging my knee. I might fall from a tall building, I might roll a brand new car, 'cause I'm the unknown stuntman that made Redford such a star. I've never spent much time in school, but I taught ladies plenty. It's true, I hire my body out for pay. Hey, hey, I've gotten burned over Cheryl Teague's, blown up for Raquel Welch. But when I wind up in the hay, it's only hay. Hey, hey, I might jump an open drawbridge or Tarzan from a vine, 'cause I'm the unknown stuntman that makes Eastwood look so fine.
Oh, 3444991,000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Good evening, Kevin.
Hello.
Hello, Kevin.
Is that Ian?
Is that Kevin?
It is. Good evening to you.
Kevin, good evening to you, sir.
How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
Good, good. I was listening to a couple of your previous callers who were...
Nosy?
I'm always nosy. Who were getting a bit irate, saying that you were shouting and causing argument. I mean, if they thought the decibels of your chat were getting a bit too heavy, why didn't they just turn the radio down for starters?
You are good.
I mean, also, you offered to go and have a drink with one of the guys, seeing as you weren't working together.
Yeah.
I mean, if I met in a local pub, if I was given the chance to meet, which you offered to do so, and we met in a local pub where I live, I'm sure it'd be pretty loud.
We might
and
end
in
up
order
making
to have
love.
a civil conversation, we would have to shout. But that doesn't mean it's in an argumentative manner.
No.
I think the only thing we'd argue
It would be in a passionate,
is
sexual manner. Excuse me?
I think the only thing we'd argue about is who was getting the first pint in. And I would win the argument. I tell you why.
Because you're a boozer?
Because you don't drink.
No, because I would insist on getting the first one. And you'd probably say, no, I'll get
the first one.
So-
I'll get it.
So, well, there you go. We're in an argument already.
No, I'm going to pay for it.
Are you trying to get him drunk?
Yeah, totally. No, I don't get people drunk to have sex with them. Just let's clarify that. Let's not even make light of that, because there was enough come over there about that. We don't do that. It's not even funny.
No. We would go pint for pint or half for half.
Well, I don't drink alcohol, so...
Right.
Ah.
Either way, I said getting the first
I will
necessarily
have a St Clement's.
St Clement's?
Do you know what a St Clement's is?
Well, I'm guessing it's something to do with fruit, isn't it?
It is. It's an orange and lemonade.
Right. But either way, whether it be alcohol or a St Clement's, we may have a difference of agreement initially.
A difference of agreement?
Well, yeah, as to who was getting the first drink in.
I'm
And
getting
I
the
would
first drink in. I've told you, Kevin.
Well, there we go. It wouldn't be an argument, but I mean,
It would be a fight.
First of all, I don't DNA. So
what?
I would never DNA a meeting or appointment.
DNA? You've got me at a disadvantage.
Do not attend.
Even with the words, I'm still confused. So
Well,
you would definitely turn up.
That's what I say. I would never DNA.
You never do not attend. You always
Not if
attend.
I-
So you AA.
if
You
I-
always attend.
If I've got a meeting or an appointment,
You AA.
or I would never DNA. as in do not attend.
ND. You need to say N for never. UNDNA. UAA.
DNA.
Well, it's got to be because you're saying by saying DNA, you're saying do not attend. So you're offering.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're saying do not attend. What you want to say is never do not attend. NDNA.
That's what.
But then you've got to be careful because that sounds like MDMA, which is a drug.
No. I said I would never DNA.
NDNA.
Then never DNA.
NDNA.
Okay, yeah. Bring it in.
It's going to be a very argumentative evening, just going by the last 3 minutes here.
No.
Yes.
I know I would win.
What?
Because I'd make sure I was there, and now that I know that you would want your what was it? Orange
St Clements, orange and lemonade. So what time are you going to get there?
I would make sure I was there early so that you could never say.
Okay, so supposing we were meeting at 8. What? Supposing we were meeting there at 8. What time would you get there?
Well, it just depends what time we arranged to meet.
We've arranged to meet at 8 o'clock.
When, tomorrow?
Yeah, so tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. What time are you getting there?
Well, so that we didn't have to have crosswords.
Yeah.
And let's say, so it wouldn't be a case of who could get our wallets out quickest.
Yep.
Even if we both prepped and got, say,
What time are you getting to the pub?
Anytime you like, Ian.
We're meeting at 8.
Well, can you get to Stoke tomorrow?
Yeah. Yes. So what time, if we were arranging to meet at 8 o'clock, what time would you get there then so that you could get the drinks first?
I think I would previously, in advance, prep the barman so that if we had a quick draw to get the wallet out, or if you were already prepared with a £10 in your back pocket, thinking you could beat me.
I walk into the pub with a £10 note in my hand and I wave it. Barman! Barman!
If I was there an hour early because
hour?
NDNA. Never DNA.
Yeah.
And you think you'd won this, it wouldn't turn into an argument.
No, because it wouldn't, because you'd be there at 7, but I'm getting there at 6.
Well, then obviously it wouldn't turn into an argument.
Because I've got the first round in, because I got there at 6.
Yeah, okay, well, how about if I got there at 5?
Well, what's the point? Because I got there at 4.
Well, yeah, there would never be a winner. So
there would. I'm there at 4. You bailed at 5, so I've won. I'm there 4 hours early, but I'm determined to get the first round in.
No, I tell you what. Then let's just meet at 8 and flip a coin, heads or tails, and come to a conclusion.
Okay, let's meet at 8. I'll be there at 4.
Yeah.
Don't tell him, but I'm going to be there at 4.
Well, even if you.
What's the name of this pub? I'm going to phone them up.
This is like when the three little pigs arranged to meet the wolf, isn't it?
They didn't arrange to meet the wolf.
Yeah, there was one thing where the pig said that they were going to go to the fair, and the wolf said, "Oh, that'd be good." And then but the pigs went early, didn't they? And they came back in a barrel and ran him over.
Yeah, I'm the guilty party there. I was trying to stitch you there, Ian. I shouldn't have done.
You've been the pigs.
So if it was an 8 o'clock meet, I think it would have to be a genuine flip of the coin, heads or tails.
Kevin, you certainly give us some food for thought. I'll see you tomorrow night, mate.
Yeah, you've got my details.
Yes, I have.
If you want to meet for a pint, I'm sure it'd be a civil conversation.
Yeah.
We'd chat for hours.
We wouldn't.
And even if we had to raise our voice, so that we could speak
and drop our trousers.
So that we could speak to each other over and above any noise in the background.
And the noise of our lovemaking would drown out the noise in the pub. Kevin, you're a good sport. Thank you very much, mate. I can't think of a more boring evening. Hanging out with that guy. Trying to get him to drop his trousers at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
He was ignoring your flirtations.
Doesn't he? Dirty boy. 03444991000. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
03444 499-1000. If you're listening to tonight, this is a very, very special show because it's like listening to it's like, you know, a car crash takes about 20 seconds in total from the moment the brakes are slammed on to the final impact and everything stops. 20 seconds, would you say?
Depends on the I guess.
It's like, well, this show is like a pretty big. Two cars. It's not a pile-up, so that could go on for ages. But like a pretty powerful two-car,
like a quick rear ender.
Yes, but a lot of damage is done, and someone's got whiplash. Oh right, yeah, sure they have. It takes 20 seconds. Well, this show is that 20 seconds stretched out over 3 hours. That's what this is. This is a 20-second car crash slowed down in real time.
And whose fault is it?
Well, it's that last caller's fault, and that equates to 1.9 years in a month. Good evening, Jules.
Hello, mate.
Hello.
I want to go pub with you, and I want to have a 10 super.
Yep.
With special brew tops.
Gosh, you like the class. I used to drink special brew.
Wow.
I shotgun special brew on the way to a party one night.
You know why?
Why?
What shotgun? What do you mean by shotgun?
Shotgun it. Where you shake the can.
No. All in one.
You shake the can all in one. You shake the can. You pierce it at the. Or do you pierce it first and then shake it? Anyway, so you pierce a hole near the bottom, shake it, and then you put the hole by your mouth and you open the top, and it just fires into the back of your throat, and it gets you absolutely steaming in 3.62 seconds.
Well, I've never done that before.
Shotgun 2 cans of Tennant's Extra, whatever it is, on the way to a party. Iain, what was his house? He was a runner, and he went to university. Then he came back after a term to be with his girlfriend. I wonder if they're still together. Nice guy.
The thing is, that's good stuff. As long as it's really cold, it's good stuff.
Oh.
It is.
All right, well, listen, if that floats your boat, buddy.
We used to, not now. Nah. But, no, like, so going, like, you obviously got back into gaming, didn't you?
I'm back into gaming in a big way. And by the way, guys, tomorrow, about lunchtime, 1, 2 o'clock, whenever I wake up, I've got to pop to Uxbridge and drop off some autographs of the people that bought things on my shop, iainlee.com/shop. But at some point tomorrow, Catherine and I are going to be playing A Way Out on the PlayStation 4, and we're going to be streaming it. Plug in your camera, because I don't know if the camera might work, so they can capture your face, Catherine.
Do I need to put tighty lipstick on and a low-cut top?
And get Jeff Brazier to hold up your bosoms. But tomorrow on youtube.com/IainLee, we're going to be streaming, me and Catherine, playing a game together.
I've been watching that, by the way.
Hey, nice one, man. It's silly, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's just, the kids I've just started playing gaming on the PS4.
Yeah.
And they're playing Far Cry 4.
Isn't there a Far Cry 5 now?
No, yeah, but it's like 50 quid to buy, or unless you want add-ons, it's like up to 70 notes. It's like ridiculous.
Oh, video games are too expensive, man.
Yeah, but I got because it was my birthday last Saturday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Thank you. And I got it's called Sniper Elite.
Oh, right. He's one of the Sniper Elite, is it? Go on.
Yeah,
Shoot
but it's
game.
but the thing is, it's like when you kill somebody, it goes real graphic and it does X-rays.
Someone actually dies somewhere in China.
Yeah, but but actually it goes like graphic, so you can see the bones split out and shit, and your eyeballs.
Yes.
So it's not really something for kids. My kids are
it's not
too young
kids.
for that.
And do you play that with like a gun attachment? Or
No.
Don't laugh. You can get gun attachments. What are you laughing at that for, Catherine? Noob?
Yeah, no.
Kath's a noob, so ignore her. That means noob.
No. Just a normal controller.
Okay. So you
Iain likes all the toys.
I love all the toys. I love all the toys. Yeah, I love the toys. Going to be playing a game at the weekend called If You Stop Talking, Everyone Dies. That's a guy. I think that's what it's called. It's something like that.
Isn't that what this game is?
Have you heard of that, Jules?
I have not heard of it.
It's a VR game, and it's something like, it's called, I've spent an absolute fortune. Oh, God. Right, you've reminded me two things. Right, hang on a second. Remind me I've got to do a line for a kid. So I went a bit nuts today, and the fee I got for appearing on in James Martin's cookery programme. I spaffed it all in one go.
You never?
Yes, I did. Treated myself to a toy. Right?
What'd you get?
Fleshlight.
Fleshlight? No, they're only about 70 quid, so I'm all right.
A lot of fleshlights.
Right, no. Right, you know these Pi Retro gaming computers, right? So I've
got one. I built it myself.
Well, I got one and I bought it, right? But then from the same website, I bought a handheld one. So it's like it looks like a Nintendo 3DS, but it's like Xbox controllers with a screen, and you can play Nintendo, Atari, arcade, PlayStation, Dreamcast, Spectrum, all of that on this little thing.
Oh, good for you.
And I spent all of the money that I earned today buying it.
Yeah, but it's crap, though.
What?
You don't want a small screen, you want a big screen, don't you?
I've got both, and I can use this on long journeys.
Yeah, true, but no.
Don't make me feel bad about my impulse purchase.
Did you get that from a link from Facebook, or?
Yes, yeah. But this is where I've got stuff from them before.
Okay. Because the one I built up from myself was you bought the Pi, was it Raspberry Pi? Then I went through Facebook, got a link from that, and that down. It took me like basically 10 hours to download the, what do you call it?
Software?
Yeah, it's not software though, is it? They didn't call it that. It's called something different. And then
ROMs?
Yeah, it's got low ROMs in it, but it's not.
This guy's going to get a smack in the face in a minute, a virtual one.
Just because you feel a bit threatened.
Anyway,
he's a proper man. He can build computers.
I've got like 22,000. Not 22,000. Yeah, it's 22,000.
Yeah, I've got about 32,000. But that's
all right. Put it away.
But the thing is, do you find you just play the same games all the time? It's like Gyrus.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I'm overwhelmed by the choice, so I don't play it. And that is true. That is true. There's so much choice. I look at it and go, I won't bother. Because I just got overwhelmed. Yeah. Or when we did play it, it was just Micro Machines, different versions of Micro Machines on the M64.
We used to think you go down the Muddies. I live near Clacton.
Yeah. You used to go down the what?
We used to call the amusements the Muddies.
It was an establishment run by Muslim people. I thought, oh gosh, this has taken a strange turn. He means the amusements arcades, the Muzzies.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, right. Wowzers. Okay.
And they got like Pac-Land on it, and Gyrus, and Galaxians, and all that sort of stuff, you know. And they got all the other games and all the other systems on it. I can't be bothered to play them.
I took my boys bowling a couple of weeks ago, and there was an arcade there, of course. And for the whole 3 laps, what do you call it? Laps? 3 piles? What do they call a round? What do they call it? What do they call a game of bowling? It's skelt?
No.
It's got a phrase. It's a word.
Yeah. Oh God.
What's the word? 3 rounds? No. Laps?
No, it's not round.
Boulage.
Boulangerie. But 3 teats. 3 coins in a fountain.
3 games. It's games.
No, it's not games.
It is games.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It is games.
No, it's not.
It's games.
Will you shut up for a minute? It's something like racks. It's not racks.
Frames.
No.
Frames. Thank you, Catherine, who just saw it on Twitter. It's frames, Jules, you idiot. Thank you, Twitter. But for the whole 3 frames, the boys were just eyeing the arcade up, right? And I'm so proud of them. The game, we had to go on a few games, driving game and air hockey. We love air hockey. But the game they spent most of their own money on, Pac-Man. I was so proud of my boys. Pac-Man.
Yeah.
I've educated them properly.
But I remember going to the arcade, right? Yeah. And there used to be Pac-Man Land, and all the girls used to go to the arcade. The girls used to play that. The boys never used to play that. We used to play Star Wars. Do you remember Star Wars when it first came out? And there was this sit-down thing.
Yeah, the cabinet,
it's just lines and everything. That was my favourite game ever. And you've got it on this thing I've got, but you can't play it because my pad just doesn't work with it. It's so depressing.
Okay, even I'm getting bored of this conversation. If I'm getting bored of a video game conversation, then God knows what the rest of it. What did you call in for, boy? Go on, boy.
Basically, my kids are now playing, what's the game? Fortnite.
Yeah.
And they're really saying the same things I used to play when I used to play COD. Like, let's do a 360 no-scope and stuff.
Yeah, my boys have started playing Fortnite, but I only let them play it when I'm there, because it is shooting people, and they play with their cousin online. Who they've just discovered in the last 5 days the joys of online link up. So but Fortnite seems to be the most popular one, but I don't really get it.
I don't get it either, but they reckon they're making like 20 million every month or something. Something ridiculous like that.
Yeah. Oh wow.
But it's just like I'm sitting down and my boys just text his mate and then talk to his mate, and he goes, "Yeah, I've done a 360 no scope, and I should be doing that like 3 years ago playing COD." And it's friggin' hell, man. How things change so quickly.
Here we go. Now listen. So this game is called, right, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, right? And apparently it's a 2-player game, so you're going to play it with me. No. And I've just said, said to Matthew, right? Not you. She's going to play it with me. I've just said to Matthew, does she need? Cause it's VR. So does she need the VR? He says no. She just needs the bomb defusal manual, right? Which is here. So I've got the bomb defusal manual. Welcome to the dangerous and challenging world of bomb defusing. Study this manual carefully. You are the expert. In these pages, you'll find everything you need to know how to defuse the most insidious of bombs. Remember, one small oversight and it could all be over. And then basically, Catherine, it's about 23 pages, and you have to read it and learn how to defuse bombs. Then I think you have to talk me through it.
Right, I've got a life. I'm just thinking it might get in the way.
Okay, maybe that was a waste of money.
Can I do one more thing?
Yeah, go on.
Is it worth getting the VR thing?
No.
Why not?
Right. Wipeout. I spent a fortune on games, right? And Wipeout made me motion sick. I couldn't play it for more than 3 minutes. I thought I was going to puke. It looked amazing, but it's a gimmick. It's a really good gimmick. It's much better than 3D as a gimmick. And with some of the games like Hot Stuff, it works really well. And it is amazing. You do it and it's amazing, but it's a gimmick and it's a faff.
What about have you played the driving game one? Not Wipeout. Was it Gran Turismo?
No. Hang on a minute. Is Gran Turismo VR, or have you got to get Gran Turismo VR?
You got to get Gran Turismo Sport, I think you need for that.
And that might be the one I got free with the thing. I'll try it, but it's a gimmick and it's a lot of fun. I think you can get them for 200 quid now.
No, a lot more than that. Oh. Even pre-owned.
All right, Jules, I'm going to cut you off.
All right, bye.
03444991000. We'll have some phone calls in a minute.
All right, listen, I'll have a look at those instructions if it's going to make you happy.
Thank you very much indeed. Not only would it make me happy, it would save lives. This is Talk Radio.
Late night conversation worth losing sleep over. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
03444991000. It's a good old show tonight. Let's go to Alistair. Good evening, Alistair.
Hi, how are you doing?
Very well. Are you on speakerphone?
Do you want me to take that off?
Yes, I certainly do, before I'll slap your legs.
Okay. Hi there.
Hello, mate. What you got for us?
I just was ringing in just to say big congratulations for you getting the chase.
Thank you very much indeed.
And I hope that, that'll maybe lead to other things as well.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I want the big bucks now. I'm finally cashing all the checks. I want the big bucks.
Thing is, I think that you'd actually be a good addition to the show.
Yeah.
Because you can bring your own distinct personality to it.
Yeah, you can call people knobheads when they get it wrong.
Yeah, exactly. You knobhead. You're not allowed to do that. You've got to go, ow, you silly pudding. Silly sausage. That's pretty good.
But anyway, I hope it all goes well. And
thank you.
Good luck to you, man.
Thank you very much indeed. Hey, have you seen they've put all the Monty Python stuff on Netflix?
Yes, I was watching a bit of it.
What was the first thing you watched? The first Monty Python thing you watched on Netflix?
I looked for the parrot sketch.
Oh, you went straight for the classic parrot sketch, did you?
Yeah.
There you go. First thing I booted up was a documentary about them becoming successful in America. And
right.
because they shouldn't have been huge in America because it's a very British thing. But yeah, I started with that. That's what I'm in. There's another couple of documentaries I'm going to watch. Then I'm going to watch maybe one of the German ones tomorrow. The Fliegende Zirkus or something it's called. It's all done in German.
Yeah. I watched all of the Gary Shandling documentary.
What did you reckon?
Which I found very moving, very. It was a good documentary about him and about his work.
Yeah.
And then because I'd never watched. What's the name of it?
Larry Sanders.
Larry Sanders, yeah.
Oh, mate.
So I bought the first series on Prime.
Yeah.
And I've been watching that.
It's great, isn't it? Hey now.
And I'm just wondering, well, I don't know, whether Ricky Gervais used some of that for his series The Office.
I think he would be one of the first people to admit that, yes, he cribbed quite a bit of Larry Sanders.
But very good. Anyway.
Well, Alistair, listen.
So anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else before I cut you off?
No, that's fine.
Thank you, mate. Have a good weekend. Have a good weekend. You've never seen Larry Sanders, have you?
Don't think so. No.
Oh, mate. Honestly, it's so good. It's really for an American comedy, for any comedy, it's really subtle. For those who don't know, it's like Gary Shandling plays Larry Sanders, this sort of late night talk show host, which is a big thing over there in the States. And so the show is, half of it is the making of the Larry Sanders show and half of it is the Larry Sanders show. And it's so well done. It's really subtle and clever. And, it's beautiful. Beautiful. I wonder if I can find, hang on a minute. Bear with me. Larry Sanders, William Shatner. There's a great bit with William Shatner. All right. So there's a writer's room, and all right, here we go. This may not translate, and there might be a swear in it, so we'll have to just see where we get to with this. But let's have a little look. Let's have a little look at this. Okay, here we go. Oh. There we go.
Do we have another stewardess skit for tonight? I hope we do.
So that's Larry Sanders, the host.
I don't know if you heard, William Shatner's doing a sketch.
Talking to his writers.
Mr. William Shatner?
He's across the hall doing news at 5.
That's great.
Yeah, and so I wrote up a Star Trek sketch for him. And Paula went over to run it by him.
Good.
So,
Jerry, William Shatner's on line 4 for you.
You want to talk to me?
Yes.
Can we put him on the speakerphone?
Yeah, I love his voice. Do that.
Okay. Try and get him to say Klingon.
I've seen this.
Mr. Shatner, Jerry Capon. No, wait. Tell him you put him on speakerphone. Mr. Shatner, I'm going to put you on speakerphone. Mr. Shatner, Jerry Capon. Mr. Shatner?
Yeah, Jerry, am I on a speakerphone?
Yeah, well, the handset's broken, but we're alone.
Well, Jerry, I'd like to come over and do something with Larry, but Paula tells me you guys are thinking about some Star Trek thing? Come on.
Yeah, well, we're kicking the idea around.
Well, I've written 3 novels, Tech Wars, Tech Lords, Tech Lab. They're really taking off. Marvel Comics is turning them into a series of comic books. I got a new novel out there called Believe, right at the bookstores right now. Maybe we could do something with that. I mean, isn't Star Trek the most obvious, unoriginal choice you can make? I mean, come on.
Well, actually, it's very much in...
Bill, this is Larry.
Larry, how you been?
Good. I was just walking by and I heard your voice on the speakerphone. I thought I'd pop in because, Bill, I'm really excited about doing this Star Trek thing the guys have written tonight.
Oh, great, a Star Trek sketch. That'll be fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
Good, me too. Say, Bill,
yeah.
What was your biggest enemy on Star Trek?
DeForest Kelly and I had some problems.
No, I mean, alien-wise. Who are the evil aliens who were always after you?
Romulans. There were some Romulans, salt suckers. Klingons. There were some Klingons.
I think that's it, Bill. Thanks a lot.
What's so funny?
I mean, it's lovely, isn't it? It's and it's what's great about it is it's quite slow. It's quite slow. There's a really funny few episodes when who's the one from Spandau Ballet that writes the songs? Martin Kemp or
Yes,
Gary Kemp?
Martin.
Martin Kemp or Gary Kemp? The other Kemp. becomes the band leader, and it's so delicious. It's so delicious. 0344 499 1000. Good evening, Sally.
Hello.
Sorry to keep you waiting. It's a busy old night tonight.
That's all right. That's fine. It's my birthday in 20 odd minutes, so can I have a Guinness and Tia Maria, please?
What?
Oh, forget it. You're paying. Forget it. Don't worry.
No,
anyway.
Kevin is paying because I'm not buying drinks for his girlfriend.
I'm not his girlfriend.
You sound like her. Sound like you're horny for Kevin.
No, really not. No.
Tell you who is Jasmin. She's been asking if she can have his phone number.
No, Jasmin wants.
Ooh.
No, Jasmin wants.
Oh no, it wasn't Kevin. It was Noel, wasn't it?
Noel's. She wants Noel's phone number. Noel Taylor's phone number.
Is she going to help him shovel poo to the desert?
We're not going to be party to that partnership. That's.
Oh right. Okay.
You heard. You've heard. You know, Noel Taylor used to be.
Rolat Leon.
Leon Rolat, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Rolia, and he used to do songs. You know that.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
when
here we
he
go.
came from
Here we go. I
Birmingham.
found it. Right, here we go. Right, so this is Noel Taylor's song "Ooh a Party." This was the hit. Okay, this is "Ooh a Party" by Noel Taylor. Here we go.
Do something for me.
Oh.
Do something for me. Do something for me. Do something for me. Ooh, a party. Ooh, a party.
Can see why Jasmine's hot for that.
Yeah.
Didn't he do one about Diana as well?
Oh, please no.
There we go.
It's
Here we go.
It's too soon.
It's called Diana. Let's just.
You come back to me and say you wanna have a happy feeling today. I see you in the true skylight.
That's quite good music.
Because the sun is shining so bright. You see, it's just you and I. Despise, I say sarcastically, don't you? Diana. You see, we're here, it's just you and I. You know you hate me, you despise. I say sarcastically, don't you? Da 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 da.
Now listen, if either the Buzzcocks or the Human League released that would be a hit. That would be a hit, Sally. That is a great song. Hang on a minute. I forgot I thought he's still there.
Oh, no.
No, I didn't know you were still there, mate.
Yeah, I'm here.
We're playing your greatest hits.
I know Leon Roliat.
Yeah, which is Noel Taylor backwards. Almost.
Yeah.
They're great songs. Do you still do music, Noel?
Yeah.
Great.
I've done one called, oh, blimey, I forgot the name of it now.
Great title.
All for Love.
Can you sing us a bit?
It's on YouTube. I can sing it, yeah. It's all for love, 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 and it's all for love, 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 love. You go out on a Friday night, don't you know? You're gonna get a love bite.
Oh.
You go out on a Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you know you're gonna get a love bite? People laugh at you all around the town. People smile at you when you act the clown. Taking you out, making you grin. Taking you everywhere and in, and it's all for love, 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 and it's all for love, love. love.
Hey,
it called again, that
one? That's a bit UB40 style, that is.
Is it? Oh, thanks. That's a compliment.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no, it's a bit like there's a rat in my kitchen. What am I going to do? It's good, that. That's good, that.
Cheers. It's on YouTube.
Yep.
Leon Rail, yeah.
It's in my head now.
Yeah, exactly. So you've infected our brains and with an earworm. Say there, Noel. Go on, Sally. What did you want to say to Noel? Sorry, no, hang on. You didn't want to speak to Noel. That was Jasmin.
No, I didn't. No, I'm okay. That was great. Thank you, Noel.
That's a pleasure.
Yeah, I didn't explain myself on Twitter very well.
Sorry?
A Million Minutes.
Oh, yeah, A Million Love Songs.
No, A Million Minutes.
I am.
He cryogenically freezes himself before every concert.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
Kinky devil.
But then they had a picture of him in like a sort of metal vat that came up to his neck and smoke was coming out of it, and that was supposed to be his cryo vault. But I was thinking, well, that looks like if someone were to say, right, we've got a scene in this film where the guy walks into a walk-in cryo vault. Could you that's what I'd make it look like, but I can't believe that's, and it goes to minus 180 degrees.
It's a thing.
Really?
Yeah. So he has his head poking out, does he?
Yeah.
Thing, isn't it?
Like those, remember, like in films in the 50s and 60s?
Yeah, when you went into an asylum.
No, not in an asylum. When people would be in those boxes with their heads sticking out. No, it's not an asylum.
Have you ever seen the Nun story?
Hang on a second.
They're all in a row in one of them.
They're in the big wooden box with their heads sticking out and a towel around them. It was a sauna. It's not an asylum.
They had them in the asylum. Maybe it was a spa day.
No, they did have them in the asylum.
They did.
It was a sauna. Anyway,
it would explain his dancing.
It would explain. Can we get to Sally's point, please, before I lose the will to live?
Right. A Million Minutes.
Yes.
Is 1.9 years.
But it's in a month.
No.
How have you condensed 1.9 years into a month?
Right. So 1.9 years worth of video.
I can't think properly because all I can think of is it's all for love. It's all for love. It's all for love. And it gets me horny. All for love.
Oh, well. So there you go.
Well, excellent. All you've done is muddy the waters further, but thank you. No, stay there. Come to you in a bit. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
0344 499 1000. Lynn, phone in. Phone in, Lynn. 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 Phone in, Lynn.
Is she phoning in?
No.
Oh, Lynn.
Oh, well. Phone. Let's go to Noel Taylor. Good evening, Noel.
Hello, Ian.
Feels
Hello,
like it's been the Noel Taylor show. This. All right, hang on a minute. You got to wait there. Here comes Lynn. Look, it's Lynn. Look, it's Lynn. Look, it's Lynn. Is it Lynn, by the way?
It is Lynn.
Hey, Lynn. Lynn is a regular viewer on the YouTube and a regular contributor on the YouTube, and you know it's Lynn because her hair is covering her face in her avatar.
That is my trademark.
That is your trademark, is the hair swept across the face. I like it. Mysterious and windy.
She's an enigma.
Windy Lynn is what I call her when I talk about her at home to the four walls of my luxury apartment suite. Lynn, you've called in, and it's great to speak to you. What have you got for us?
So, sorry, I'm a bit nervous, so if I'm, talking rubbish, just stop me.
Hey, listen. If people were banned from talking rubbish on this show, Catherine will be out of a job.
Oh!
So you carry on, Lynn. Already you're making far more sense than she has done in the last 5 years that I've worked with her. So you carry on.
Okay, so I just want you to kind of let people know a little bit about the kind of illness that I've got.
Oh, yeah, go on.
So I have a condition that's called lipedema.
It's called what? Say that again.
It's called lipodema.
Lipodema,
yeah.
Yeah, lipodema. Go on, what's that?
Okay, so basically it's a hereditary condition, and it is to do with the storage of your fat cells.
Oh.
So it means that when your fat accumulates in some parts of your body, you can't diet it away, so it doesn't remove itself.
Oh, okay.
So right now, like the top half of my body is about 5 sizes smaller than the bottom part of my body.
Yeah.
So my legs are like really huge and swollen.
Yeah.
And right now I have to use a wheelchair. And it's been quite a long process. I've kind of had it since I was 13, and obviously I'm in my 30s now.
You say you had it when you were 13, so it wasn't there when you were a young child. It was there, but it hadn't kind of been triggered, and then at 13 it was I don't know, activated or something.
Yeah, so usually some people get it when they go through either puberty or like pregnancy or like a hormone change.
Yep.
So I've had it for such a long time, and it's always been really, really sore, and it took so long for me to get a proper diagnosis on it because it's something that a lot of doctors don't actually know about. It's quite a specialist thing. So it's been quite a fight to get to this point. But 2 weeks ago, I got fantastic news, and I'm going to be funded by the NHS to get 6 operations to remove all the fat cells from my legs.
That's brilliant. It sounds quite daunting as well, and quite scary.
Yeah, so it's 2 years worth of surgery. And the hospital that I have to go to is 90 miles away from my home as well. So it's quite an inconvenience, and it's going to be like an upheaval and work and things like that. It's going to be, but it will mean that when I'm in my 40s, I can then start living like I was in my 20s.
So they're going to remove the fat cells. But does that mean that you are, in inverted commas, cured, or that the fat cells that are affected so what does that mean?
So basically, they remove the fat cells that are there, and then you wear compression garments for the rest of your life, really, to stop your legs being able to grow. It does kind of come back, but usually it will take about 10 years for it to kind of get back to where it was.
Okay.
So it might not help the pain, but it will help my mobility, and it will make things much easier. I'm really lucky because I live in Scotland, and Scotland's NHS will fund this, but in England, the NHS don't fund it at all. I think they've only funded about 3 operations in England, ever. So I've been really lucky. I've got a terrible case of it, to be honest. The surgeon that's seen me said that I'm literally the worst that he's ever seen.
Yeah, get in there, Lynn. If you're going to be ill, you might as well go for it big style. You might as well go for it big style.
Got to be proud of, being the worst.
Of course you have.
So the surgeon's quite looking forward to, a kind of weird case of it.
This surgeon sounds like a player. Imagine that. This is the worst case I've ever seen. I can't wait to get stuck in.
Excellent. Yeah, it's like a little challenge for him.
Well, the thing is, there's worse than being someone's masterpiece.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to let people know that it exists.
When does it all kick off then, Lynn? When's the first operation?
It'll be next year that it'll start.
Okay.
So there's a bit of a waiting list, but it's just so good that something's being done, and it means that I might be able to actually walk again instead of having to rely on my wheelchair to get everywhere. So
nice one. Well, hey, listen, man. Thank you. Listen, that was a brilliant call. You did it perfectly, and you told your story superbly, and you've certainly educated me to a condition that I hadn't heard of. And you've now got loads of people rooting for you and wishing you the best of luck when you start. It's going to be a long and arduous, but hopefully successful process.
Yeah, I will go back to YouTube now and see all the comments flagging me off. So.
No,
they're not.
No, they're not. Are they?
No.
No, they're not.
That's not like them.
I know. Yeah, I know. That's not, but
just goes to show.
YouTube is generally all right. It's Periscope is the mean one, which is why we've kind of knocked that on the head a bit. But YouTube is generally all right. Hey, Lynn, nice to talk to you.
Right, okay, cheers,
Take
Iain.
care, thanks a lot. Thanks
Bye.
a lot. Now, someone we can't get rid of, it's Noel Taylor again.
Hello, Iain and Kath.
Hello, Noel. Right, we've got 3 minutes. Ollie, stay there, because I'll come to you after the news. I want to give you a fair crack of the whip. What have you got for us, Noel?
On Paradise Earth in the Deserts, you'll have a 7-bedroom mansion house.
Yes.
You'll have 10 acres of land surrounded by a 7-foot-high brick wall for privacy.
Yes.
You'll have your own 1-acre diameter oasis, a 1-acre beach,
Yes.
4 acres of garden to grow plants.
Yes, that's too big to maintain.
Well, you'd have your family helping you.
Can I have less garden? Because I hate mowing the lawn.
Well, you know what your garden will be covered in as well.
Yeah.
Urine and faeces.
Yeah.
You can break it down to 2 acres if you wanted to, and
I'll just have a patio.
Beach or whatever.
Can I not just pay my neighbour to prepare to give me some of their food?
Well, no, you can't because it's all privacy. You'd have a big wall surrounding it, so you wouldn't be able to escape.
Oh, here we go. It's like a non-swing.
What does that mean?
It's like a prison. You can't escape from your own garden.
It's 10 acres, so you wouldn't be exactly enclosed.
How do I meet ladies?
Marriages would be arranged by kings. There'd be 144,000 kings, which would...
that sounds all right.
Each king would look over using satellites.
Yeah, because blokes are really good at this sort of stuff.
But there'll be black people. Because black people, as we've established, will be the master race.
Okay, but still blokes.
It's black blokes, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I've not got a problem with...
Desert.
Right, okay.
It's hot in the desert, so that's why you'd be black. Yeah.
Okay, so we'd all be...
It wouldn't work for me, because I'm very, very pale.
We'd all be black. Okay. I like this arranged marriage thing. I'm up for that.
As soon as you're 16...
That's a bit weird. No, it's great to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed. This is the Late Night Alternative. Man, it's been some show tonight. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. You can listen to Talk Radio on DAB, download the app or go online. Or you can even watch the show this evening. Hello, YouTubers. If you go to my YouTube channel, subscribe and share it, youtube.com/Iain Lee. And tomorrow afternoon, Catherine and I will be defusing bombs live on that YouTube channel. This is the Late Night Alternative with Catherine Boyle and myself, Iain Lee, every weeknight apart from Fridays from 10 o'clock, only here on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
You go out on a Friday night. Don't you know you're gonna get a love bite? You go out on a Friday night. Don't you know you're gonna get a love bite? People smile at you all around the town. People laugh at you when you act the clown. Taking you out, making you grin, taking you everywhere and it's all for love, 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 and it's all for love, 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 love. You go out on a Friday night. You know you're gonna get a love bite. You go out on a Friday night. Don't you know you're gonna get a love bite? People smile at you all around the town. People laugh at you when you act the clown. Taking you out. You out, making you grin, taking you everywhere and it's all for love, 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 and it's all for love, 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 and it's all for love.
reminds me of Brian Wilson. If you watch the video, you're aware with Brian Wilson, you'll know why. 03444. I enjoyed that. Thank you, Leon Rolliat, if you want to find that. Noel Taylor backwards. 03444 499 1000. Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle on Talk Radio. You can listen on DAB, download the app, or go online. Right, let me do Ollie. Then I've got to record a line for a young person. Okay, so let's go to Ollie first, and then we'll do. Good evening, Ollie.
Hello there.
How's things going, Ollie?
Fine, thank you.
Lovely.
Absolutely fine.
What you got for us?
I wanted to get in touch with. I've not often listened to Talk Radio. It's not a bad thing.
I don't care.
It's a good thing.
No, yeah, I don't care.
No.
No, but so what I'm saying is, you were saying that as though I'd be offended, right? Honestly, I'm not. I know people have lives and things, but thank you for your honesty.
No, not at all. No, it's great. You know, I used to listen to Jake Yatt a lot, actually.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's good. And as are you, of course. You played a blinder the other day, the Eric Half a B.
Oh, Eric Half a B, the Monty Python song. Yeah, it's a great song, isn't it?
Oh, I love Monty Python. In terms of the song's great.
You know, all the stuff's on Netflix now.
Oh, okay. Well, I've seen DVDs like cheap on a particular website that
you're
probably not allowed to say.
You can say website, unless it's localsluts.com.
No, not that one.
Okay.
I'm not allowed on that anymore.
No. What, on eBay or something? Or Amazon?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Here's the beauty of it. Everything. Why is there a weird echo? Pretty much everything is went on Netflix this week. There's loads of documentaries. There's all the series. I think there's all the films. There's the German episodes they did. So the live shows. So if things like audio commentaries and I know with the movies in particular, you often get a second disc full of stuff, which is great to have. Right. If things like that aren't that important to you, then you can watch it all on Netflix. But if you want all the commentaries, I don't understand, Ollie, why Netflix. Surely it's quite simple for Netflix to have like a red button where you get the director's commentary.
Yes,
that's got to be simple, isn't it?
Yes, you just thought, especially if you're doing it via computer and you've got the options and stuff.
Yeah, maybe they do it already and I'm an idiot, but I don't think they do, but you would think that. But yeah, it's all on Netflix.
Fantastic. No, it's, I used to be in a tribute band, an ABBA tribute band.
In what? An ABBA tribute band?
Yeah. Sorry, I have to explain. I'm not.
This conversation's This is going all over the place, Catherine. I thought Ollie was going to be a sensible one, but he's as mad as the rest of them.
Sorry about that.
Go on. Which one were you? Agneta or Frida?
The one with the hairier legs.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Go on. So, all right. So you're in an you were not.
No, we weren't there.
No. Not the franchise. No.
No, not at all. Christ, I'd be getting a cab right over to Talk Radio, and no.
What were they called? The franchise?
Bjorn Again.
Bjorn Again. It's a franchise because there were loads of them. They must have the team that came up with that. They must be worth more than ABBA.
Well, yeah, you think, wouldn't you? No, sorry, I have to explain. I have MS, which is why sometimes my speech is not very fluent.
Yeah, that's all right.
No. I'm not making a point of it. I'm just explaining.
Oh no! I get it, and thank you, because there will because had it carried on, I would have made I would have made the joke. Have you been drinking? One of my worst memories, Ollie, and it's terrible. This is because my mum's got MS. I don't know how much she listens, but my mum's got it.
Yeah.
And before she had it, I remember someone phoning up to speak to my mum. A woman phoning up to speak to my mum. And I was, I must have been about 13. I went, God, that woman sounds absolutely drunk. And my mum said, oh, no, she's got MS. And I felt, I was mortified. And of course, I didn't say it to the woman, and there's no reason to feel mortified. But of course, I felt terrible about it.
Well, no, it is. But that's not a state you were conscious enough to realise it possibly might have offended, but. Yeah. Most people I know with MS would have just laughed at that.
I know. You're right.
Yeah, I'm sure you know. Sorry, that's awfully patronising. But
no, it's not at all. Isn't it
No,
funny
it is,
how polite we're being? We're being so polite. Just pull yourself together and get on with it, man.
I can't even remember what I was saying. So listen.
You were saying that you were drunk, and no, it was the other way. That was it. You were talking about ABBA and MS.
That's right. Yes. No. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
On many of our journeys up and down the country in buses and stuff, we listened to Monty Python, the album Monty Python Sings.
Yeah.
And subsequently all of the songs and a lot of the sketches and stuff, we unfortunately, like students probably of the 90s, in fact, you're the same age as me. You're 44.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm 44 for not much longer, but yes.
Yes, quite. I know. It's been but it sucks, doesn't it?
It does. He said sucks, but the other word applies just as much. It really does.
Right.
The Monty Python Sings, I remember that came out around about 1989, I think. So I remember my friend Wayne bought it. And there's some great stuff on there. I mean, the song Meaning of Life isn't a great film, but the songs from Meaning of Life are superb.
Every sperm is sacred.
Right, hang on a minute. Paul is saying Netflix doesn't have the meaning of life, and he can't find the German stuff. I'm sure I saw one of the German episodes. Hang on a minute. I'm going into Netflix. Hang on. Monty Python. I'm sure I saw one of the German episodes. Yeah, Fliegende Circus is there.
Yeah. They spoke the whole of their routine in German.
Here we go. This is it. This is Monty Python in German. Here we go.
Geschrieben und gespielt von 6 jungen Engländern. Ihr Titel ist Monty Pythons Fliegender Zirkus. Die englische Monty Python Show wurde vor 2 Jahren zum ersten Mal in der BBC gezeigt. Und seitdem haben die jungen Leute 25 Shows für das englische
Fernsehen. See if we can find a famous Monty Python sketch. Auf den Deutsch. Hang on a second.
Oh, wow.
Have you ever seen the German one?
Well, not all the way through.
Oh, here we go. Oh, this is good. You'll like this. Hang on a minute. This will be a good one. Here we go. This is in German.
Wie bitte? Ich sagte, verschwinden Sie uninteressante Person. Sie müssen wissen, ich wollte gar nicht bei Ihrem blöden Spiel dabei sein. Oh, nein? Nein. Ich wollte ein Holzfäller sein. Ja, ein Holzfäller, der von Baum zu Baum hupft, die auf den mächtigen Wassen von Südtirol hinabschwimmen. Die gigantische Rotbuche, die Lärche, die Tanne, die kräftige Kiefer, der Duft vom frisch gefälltem Holz, das Geräusch der stürzenden mächtigen Bäume. An meiner Seite mein liebes Mädel. Und wir wurden singen. Ich bin ein Holzfäller und fühl mich stark. Ich schlaf des Nachts und
great, isn't it?
Ist ein Holzfäller und fühlt sich stark. Er schläft des Nachts und hackt am Tag.
Ich fälle Bäume, ich ess mein Brot. Ich geh auf das WC. Am Mittwoch geh ich shopping, kau Kekse zum Kaffee.
Er fällt die Bäume, er isst sein Brot, er geht auf das WC. Am Mittwoch geht er shopping, kaut Kekse zum Kaffee. Er ist ein Holzfäller und fühlt sich stark, er schläft des Nachts und hackt am Tag.
Ich fälle Bäume, ich hüpf und spring, steck Blumen in die Was. Ich schlüpf in Frauenkleider und lümmle mich in Bass.
Er fällt die Bäume, er hüpft und springt, steckt Blumen in die Was. Er schlüpft in Frauenkleider und lümmelt sich in Bass. Er ist ein Holzfäller und fühlt sich stark, er schläft des Nachts und hackt am Tag.
Ich fälle Bäume, trag Stöckelschuh und Stumpf- und Büstenhalter. War gern ein kleines Mädchen, so wie mein Onkel Walter.
Er fällt die Bäume, trägt Stöckelschuh und Strumpf und Büstenhalter.
War gern ein kleines Mädchen, so wie mein Onkel Walter.
Hans, ich dachte, du wärst so männlich.
that stands up better than I expected it to. That was great.
Very good, isn't it? Was that Connie at the end?
No, I don't think it was. I don't think it is Connie at the end. I think it's someone different. But yeah, it's great. There were 2 episodes, and I think maybe only 1 episode is on there. What am I? No, listen, Paul, stop texting me. Go and have a look on Netflix yourself, you lazy gits. Anyway.
How rude.
How rude. And the meaning
texting, interrupting you.
I know, outrageous. Meaning of life may not be there. You're right. I don't know. A bit of... Oh, hang on. They've added a bit of Fry and Laurie to Netflix.
Oh, flipping it.
Oh, yeah. This weekend is going to be a lot of fun. Oh, man.
I haven't got it.
Well, you can sign up for a month for free and then cancel it, or find someone who's got it and use their login. But don't do that, because that is out of order, Catherine.
Yeah, fair enough. No, that was...
Ollie, anything else before I cut you off?
Not at all.
Thank you very much indeed. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee. On air and off the leash. On Talk Radio.
Right, OK. Now, Pete, stay there, because we've got to do something that I was supposed to do the other day, and... can you...
No, with a K.
Oh, for goodness sakes. Oh, man.
And double E.
All right. Yeah, I know it's spelled that.
You don't.
Well, for goodness sakes. Trying to do a radio show here. And, no, that's the guy that...
No, that one.
That one. Got it. Right. Okay. He's just trying to get a rise out of you. Don't rise to it. And... block. There you go. Right. So, how would you say this name? O-I-S-I-N. Ocean.
Ocean.
Ocean. Hello, Ian. I'm a big fan of yours. Oh, well, I like this guy already. It's a guy's name, yeah?
Yes. Same name as the guy, the producer in the Jeremy Clarkson punching thing.
Hey, why would you remake Millionaire without Chris Tarrant?
I don't know.
And with someone who's a producer basher? Why would you remake that with Jeremy Clarkson? That's so weird. Weird. I mean, I know you were surprised at how old Tarrant is. He's like 73.
71 or
72.
Something, yeah.
71. But it's not as like he's running around, an assault course. He's sat there. And Tarrant is the master of the... Your answer is A, cottage cheese. Well, find out after the break. Come back and join us. He's the master at that.
John Humphreys, 74.
Exactly.
No one's suggesting he's too old to sit in a chair and ask questions.
Exactly. So why have they got...
Actually, some people are.
Such a weird thing. Anyway, from one of my A-levels, moving image arts, I have to make a short film, and in it I have a voiceover from a radio host who says one line. I was wondering if you'd do me the giant favour of doing the voiceover for me and sending it to my email. Here's the thing, he sent me the wrong email.
Oh, no.
So I tried to reply, but he's put .con instead of .com. So I'm assuming because I replied saying, can you remind me, this was on Monday, and I said, remind me tonight, but it bounced back, so I'm assuming it's .com. The line is... Right, so I'm going to say this, Gary, and you need to record it. But don't record this, because I'm just going to read it first. This is not my performance, OK? So the line is... Tonight, a young man named James will be on the show to discuss his new road safety campaign and his recovery from the car crash which killed his sister 6 months ago, where the other driver was on his phone. You can change the line a little bit to fit what feels natural to you. OK, so I would say something like, tonight, James is coming on the show. What do you want, you idiot? Something like that is what I would do. But that may not be in keeping with what Oshin. Oshkosh Bagosh wants. So I'm going to do it. He says, I'd be very grateful if you could do this, but I fully get that you may be too busy. I'm so busy. I'm so busy, Osh, but I can still do it because I've got time to give back. So here we go. We're recording now, Gary. Right. Tonight, a young man named James will be on the show to discuss his new road safety campaign and his recovery from the car crash which killed his sister 6 months ago, where the other driver was on his phone. Is that great?
Beautiful.
You sure?
Sounded
Did
real.
I sound sincere?
Do one that's slightly less sarcastic.
Whoa! Okay, we're going to record another one. Here we go. Tonight, a young man is gonna be on the show.
I know what you need to do.
Yeah, go on.
Do like Eamon does when he's doing a sad one.
Tonight.
No.
A young man.
Like really slow and like he's about to break down.
Okay.
In tears.
Okay. Send me all of this. This is gold. Because I want to get into acting. That's the thing. That's the thing. The next two projects to get into acting and get a radio show in America.
Put your hand underneath your shirt.
What?
Yeah. Pull a hair.
Oh, don't
keep
be so
pulling
stupid.
it as you're talking.
You're being an idiot.
And then you talk like that.
Tonight, a young man named James will be on the show to discuss his new road safety campaign and his recovery from the car crash which killed his sister 6 months ago, where the other driver was on his phone. But before that, here's Robbie Williams and Candy. Freestyle. Email it to me. Email it to me. Does he know my email?
You'll email it to me.
I don't think he will. All right, email it to Catherine, then you email it to me. I'll email it to Jason, and we'll get that done. That was great there. But good evening, Pete.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Pete.
Right, those German Monty Pythons.
Yeah.
The first episode is all in German. The second one is in English, and do you know why?
They couldn't be bothered to learn all the German.
Well, they spent ages learning the German for the first one. They're contracted to do that. And they thought they did very well. And then the feedback from the German audiences was that although they got the jokes translated perfectly, the whole thing about delivering a joke, as you and I would know, obviously, is rhythm and cadence. So it wasn't delivered perfectly well. British
music is based on rhythm and cadence. The sailors will bring over the R&C, as they used to call it, R&C records from America, or the black artists, into Liverpool, and of course John Lennon would hoover them up, and that's how the Beatles were formed, rhythm and cadence.
Yeah, like your R. Kelly and your Usher and all that.
Exactly, exactly.
Huge genre.
So why is it? Well, only one of them's on YouTube. But that's the reason, is it?
That is the reason. I'm a big Monty Python fan and bought loads of their stuff on DVD about a decade ago.
Got it!
Yeah.
Got it.
It's all on American import. I've got all these NTSC DVDs that don't work on my new DVD player, so I'm not too bothered about Netflix having them.
Hack it. Get the passcode off of the internet and hack your DVD player.
Yeah, that's fine. I could use my girlfriend's Netflix password.
Well, hang on a minute. Are you seriously telling me you don't know how to play American DVDs on a British DVD player?
I've done it before, ages ago, but I can't be bothered these days.
It's not even bothered. All you got to do is type in the make and model online, put region-free code. It will give you a code. Then what you do is you turn on the thing it will give you instructions. You turn on the DVD. This isn't like some great secret. You turn on the DVD player with the disc not in it, and you'll have to hold down like the menu button or the power button, and a secret menu pops up that you enter like the code. Cheat mode. You enter the code, and it will say, pick your region. And you go 0, which is region free. You can play anything. And did you not know this?
No!
Oh, mate! You can't do it on, like, Xboxes and PlayStations with Blu-rays, which is a pain. But you do it. Oh. And have you got a DVD player?
Mine's DVD Blu-ray.
Well, you should be able to do it with that, but not for Blu-rays. So you can do it for DVDs, but not for Blu-rays. And that completely unlocks it. And here's the cunning thing. Generally, the cheaper DVD players that you can get for like 25 quid in Tesco's are the easiest ones to do. I can't believe you guys didn't know that. Well, you haven't got any American DVDs, Catherine.
I've got one of yours that I've not watched yet.
Which one?
One about Dungeons and Dragons fans.
Oh, that's a good film. Have you got that?
Yeah.
Cheeky man.
You lent it to me ages ago, and I kept meaning to...
I'll have that back now.
Well, I've not seen it yet.
I will have that back. All right, Pete, thank you for that, mate. Did you go and see them live when they did the live shows a few years ago?
No, my boss did, but no, I didn't get to see that.
Oh, so your boss is the Monty Python fan, not you?
Yeah, he's richer than me, so yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. Calls himself a fan. Good evening, Tony.
Super Twist Ian, Super Twist Kath.
Did you understand?
Hello?
No.
No. Okay. Okay.
I'm waiting for the bit that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was a Friday Laurie reference. Sorry about that.
Okay. Okay. I haven't seen it for years. That's this weekend sorted.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
No, I was thinking because of when the Monty Python came onto Netflix.
Yeah.
I thought there was only 45 episodes, and it said, watch season 1 now.
Yeah.
And I thought there was 4 series, and then I thought there was actually way more episodes than that.
Yeah.
And then I got to thinking about the Mandela effect.
Oh.
You know what the Mandela effect is?
I know. The Mandela effect is documented on this show. It happens regularly.
Does it?
Oh, yeah.
For example, the Captain Pugwash thing.
That's not Mandela effect. That's just an urban myth.
Well,
no.
Yes, but people actually believe it.
No, they don't. But that's I will not buy the Captain Pugwash, masturbates and semen stains. That was just an urban myth that got around. That's not Mandela effect.
I would say it is because I know quite a few people who have sworn blind.
No, they haven't. They have, but they have. No, that is definitely not. That is just because it went round. I believed it for a while. Just because it's something you hear. Oh, did it really? Oh, did it? Oh. And then you read a little bit later on that, no, it didn't, it was an urban myth. But those people hadn't read no, it wasn't, it was an urban myth.
It's the same thing as the Baker Street Bob Holness nonsense.
It's the same thing as Ringo Starr's not the best drummer in the Beatles. He's not the best drummer in the band. He's in the world. He's not even the best drummer in the Beatles. Urban myths.
Well,
that is not Mandela effect.
Well, the Baker Street.
Don't tell me the Baker Street thing was.
No, that wasn't. No, that was started by. Was it Andy Kershaw or someone, or was it the other guy?
Stuart McConey reckons he did it, but I've heard someone else say that they did it too, so they're going to need to fight it out.
Well, like I was trying to say,
Tommy Boyd says that he started the Baker Street thing.
Yeah,
which I don't believe he did. I think that's him trying to make an urban myth.
Is that another kind of reverse Mandela effect?
No, it's not a Mandela effect. It's an urban myth.
People believe that they started something that they didn't start.
Well, I think Tommy Boyd's just a very confused individual. So I think.
I think he's an agent provocateur.
Yeah. Oh, did he wear saucy undies?
Oh.
I must admit, I didn't listen to him when you weren't on.
Yeah, good. Well done. Everyone should boycott it when it's a presenter who's better than me on. Everyone should boycott this goddamn show, for crying out loud. So hang on, I'm confused as to what we were talking about. I think we've just had a Mandela effect on this phone call.
I seriously believe that I was having a phone call there for a second.
Uh-oh. Well, it's not happened.
Oh, God.
Thanks very much for not calling in. It's appreciated. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. I was reminded as we were watching poverty porn, hardcore poverty porn, Can't Pay Will Take It Away. I was reminded of what my favourite show was in the early 2000s. Did you ever watch Cheaters?
Yes! Cheating is a crime.
Was that the thing?
I watch it a lot. Yeah, it happens every day. Yes.
Let's have a little bit
I went through a huge phase of that. I think not cheating, but when I was pregnant... and I was watching a lot of telly.
There were two. Is this it? Let's have a little listen. This might be. Yeah.
Is this the one with the lyrics?
Gotta find out. No lyrics.
Cheating is a crime. It happens every day.
Just to say that cheating is not actually a crime. It's not illegal.
It doesn't happen every day.
It's not illegal. It's not illegal.
This never happened to me. They think nobody's watching, but you better think again. Another heart is broken by the devil's own sin.
Devil's only sin now. Wow. So, Cheaters had two hosts, different hosts. One guy left halfway through. There were two.
I remember the one with the glasses and the spiky hair. Who's that guy?
I don't know, but there were the two classic episodes I remember, right? Because what it was, if you don't know, a husband or a wife or a boyfriend or a girlfriend would write in and say, I really think that my boyfriend is cheating on me, but I've got no hard evidence, but I'm really suspicious. So then the Cheetah's detectives would interview her, and they would then follow the boyfriend for like 2 or 3 weeks, right?
They take pictures.
They film him going out, follow him to and from work and all of this
There'd
stuff.
be a voiceover.
Right.
And here he is, Clive, picking up a young lady.
And then they would say, they present the evidence, but they'd show the evidence, like video cameras in the 90s and the early 2000s, they had like tiny flip screen. They would present the evidence on that tiny flip screen. So you've really got to look at it to see it's all shot at night. And they'd say, look, we think he's with her now, or him. Sometimes it was a bit gay. We think he's with her now. Do you want to come and bust them? And they go, yeah. And so then they'd drive in a van and they would just burst into the hotel room or the apartment or wherever with film crew and stuff. Now, the two episodes I remember, and during this next break, I'm going to go onto Amazon and see if there's a DVD box set of Cheaters. The 2 episodes I remember, well, one, it was a woman who suspected her husband was cheating, and they burst into an apartment, and he had 3 hookers with him. But they were all they were naked, except they had the builders, the fluorescent jackets.
All right.
And hard hats on. And they were all just like doing it.
They're working on a big erection.
The other one, I'm going to ignore that. The other one was on a boat. Did you see this one?
No.
It was on a boat. And the host got stabbed and fell off the boat.
What?
Got stabbed in the side. It was the most exciting bit of television I've ever seen in my life.
My God. No, the ones I saw were always kind of, let's call him now. We know he's with her. And he'd be like, hey, baby, what's going on? And she'd be going, tell me you miss me. And you go, I'll speak to you later. And it would all, and everyone, you would know what was going on. She would know what was going on. He was the only one who didn't know what was going on. But we were going to find out because they knew where they were going to.
It really was. And someone will say, yeah, but it's all staged. I don't care if it was staged.
Also, listen, if you think your partner's cheating on you, there are ways of doing it without involving, I don't know, a television programme.
Cheaters Uncut, 84 pence.
What?
Volume 1, Undercover Lovers. This better be the American version. Cheaters, here's the review for it. Cheaters is the greatest, 5 stars. Cheaters Season 1, not the best of series, but still worth 5 stars for pure entertainment. Of course, we're missing Joey Greco. He came later, but I like him better.
Right, but I think Greco's the one that got stabbed, isn't he?
It's still a great buy, if only to watch the adulterers attempt to fight the adultees and the presenter. Tommy Grant, here we go. And when does it get any? It all get 5 stars. Here we go, from TJ, grade A, top choice entertainment, really. This is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my whole life. I don't know if this is real or not, but one thing I do know is it's pretty darn entertaining. Tommy Grand, whose name is actually Tommy Habib, is one of the greatest hosts in TV history.
Tommy Grand.
He's always dressed in that black trench coat and is never completely clean-shaven. From his outrageous questions to the victims to his low-key attacks on the cheaters, it's one long fun fest. The confrontations are the best part, they really are. The victim and Tommy Grand go out to bust the cheaters and the person they're cheating with. This is by far the funniest part. I can't spoil it for you, though. You'll just have to order the video. It's the best reality show on TV. By the way, here's the disclaimer at the beginning of the show. This show is both dedicated to the faithful and presented to the false-hearted to ensure their renewal of temperance and virtue. 84 pence, you say? Add to basket.
It's that moment where they slide the door of that Ford Galaxy open and you know that it's all about to kick off.
Hang on a second. Now I see Best of Cheaters Volume 6, Volume 7, Best of Cheaters Volume 1, 4 DVD box set. What the hell? Right, this is what I don't like, right? So this is the Best of Cheaters Volume 1, uncensored, 4 DVD box set, which I'm not going to order, okay, because it's Naked and Afraid all over again. 5 stars. Phew, says one. Professor X gives it 5 stars. Ooh, spicy. I love the show, Cheaters, and getting to see it in all its glory is icing on the cake. From the backseat exploits to the shirt-ripping catfights, it's all here to see. Amber Osborne. Very entertaining, 5 stars. Very entertaining, lots of episodes. Arrived early and nicely packaged. Definitely worth the money. Jonesy only gives it 2 stars. His reason? Already had a copy. Ordered it by mistake. So he's given something 2 stars.
Because of his mistake.
Because he's an idiot. He's an idiot.
Wow.
Well, I'm ordering the... This is next week sorted. Ordering that. I love it when the show just becomes me buying stuff online. That's what I think. That's what I like to think is what gets us the awards and the listeners. Is me going, oh, it's a TV programme I want to buy. It's only 84 pence.
Because it was on 20 years ago.
Hey, where are the papers?
Oh.
You don't bring them in.
Well, I didn't, but I do normally.
Well, you don't normally because...
Oh, I do.
You don't?
Oh, I do.
You don't always.
You can check the footage back.
I've got some footage you can check. It's of my dick. Actually,
footage.
don't want you to check that because that's
millimeterage.
I'm going to ignore that because no penis is a millimetre. If your penis is a millimetre, then you have my sympathies, and it's not something that I would mock you for. Yes, on the when it's not when it's not required, it's nothing great. But anyway, let's not even get into that. Let's hit those ads early, Gary.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Warning. Cheaters may contain adult themes and strong language. Parents are cautioned that this program may not be suitable for
Remember
children.
this? I love it.
Coming up on this episode of Cheaters.
He's getting married this evening.
What? Who are you getting married to?
My fiance.
Faster! Faster!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
From Cheaters surveillance cameras, you are about to view actual true stories filmed live, documenting the pain of a spouse or lover caused by infidelity. This program is both dedicated to the faithful and presented to the false-hearted to encourage their renewal of temperance and virtue.
Yeah, because that's what this is about, really.
No other woman has made me feel the way she does.
You don't do this to the people that love you.
I can live with the truth, but I can't live with lies.
I'm lost. I feel like I'm by myself. This is not the way we're supposed to end.
I will get to the truth.
I know this isn't easy.
I can't take it anymore.
I knew something was going down, though.
This has been a lie the whole time. I'm about to throw up.
Oh, hell no!
Oh, they present it like a proper...
I want a hard target.
They present it like a crime, don't they? Here's subject number 1. It's all that, isn't it? Here we go. All right, let's have a bit more of this. We've got no phone calls. You might as well.
Here he is.
Get the camera off you! You need to be baptized!
Calm down. Knock that off.
I saw you on the side!
This is the price of justice.
This is like not how this is supposed to work,
Just
John.
go with him.
I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I do love you.
I love you too.
Real reality television is brought to you by Cheaters Detective Agency's Private Eyes on Cheaters.
This is great.
I'm Joey Greco. Thank you for watching another spine-tingling episode of Cheaters.
Oh, Joey.
Jamie Isaacs is a woman who struggles with doubts about her boyfriend and their long-distance relationship. For the sake of her son and her sanity, Jamie seeks answers from the experts at Cheaters.
Oh, Jamie.
Jamie Isaacs, age 27. A teacher worried about her boyfriend's truancy with regard to their relationship.
You're 27, move on.
I was kind of reluctant at first. You know, I've been cheated on before. I was in a relationship, was married for 5 years. And I told him a lot about what I'd gone through before. And he told me I shouldn't have anything to worry about. So, I mean, right from there, I kind of felt really comfortable with him. Maybe 3 or 4 months ago, things just started not adding up.
Does it ever happen where they're not cheating?
Well, no, they're not going to...
Oh, no, they have to call it not cheaters then, wouldn't they?
Yeah, well, they wouldn't show that. They wouldn't show that, would they? Last 15 minutes of the show. Look at that. It's turning to 1. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call.
We're not here tomorrow, so if you have something to say to us...
We'll take calls straight to air for the last bit of the show. Just call straight to air if you want to come. You go straight to air. Paul Ross will be on at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Have
you ever seen Catfish? The TV show?
No.
That's the, I think it's the love child of cheaters. Because it's kind of more affectionate. They treat them less like criminals. They try and understand why, I don't know, £25. No, that's not very large, is it? A massive bloke is pretending to be a hot woman.
Yeah. £25 bloke
would be a child.
It's like an arm. It's like a bloke's arm.
I don't think in pounds. Anyway, sometimes it's a massive bloke and he's been posing as this, sexy.
Where's this sexy arm? Where's this sexy baby? Have a guess how old Steve Irwin was when he died, the crocodile hunter.
I still love that.
It was 12 years ago.
Right. And he had little kids then, didn't he?
Yeah.
So I reckon probably, 35?
He was 44. He's the same age as me.
Oh.
So I'm just, for the next few weeks, I'm not going to hang out with any manta ray or stingray.
Don't go chasing things that bite and sting, going, you're all right, mate, you're all right. Because it turns out sometimes they're not.
Right, he wasn't asking for it. But he was kind of asking for it, wasn't he? He was winding up those crocodiles.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
They don't like people grabbing them by the tail.
Is 12 years too soon for me to say I think he was a bit of a knob? Too soon?
Knob maybe excessive.
Okay. A bell?
But he was tempting fate.
Not
even tempting fate. He was winding up bitey things.
He was winding up bitey, stingy things. And of course, I don't wish him death.
I used to love watching it,
We
though.
kind of all looked at each other and went, so that happened. There's no surprise there, No surprise there, guys. Let's do some facts about Greece. Where is it?
What is it? Doon, doon, digga, doon, doon.
Yeah. There's Dale Winton. 40 great years on, and Brit musical fans are still hopelessly devoted to Greece. Aren't they supposed to be doing some sort of reunion? Travolta and Newton, Olivia Newton-John.
You're not thinking of Paddy and...
No. They're doing... John Travolta said about a month ago, we said it on this show, Grease fans should just, they've always wanted a reunion. Well, just keep watching this space.
No, don't. That space is sealed up.
There is no doubt that Greece is still the word, even 40 years later. The smash hit 1978 musical today celebrates 4 decades since it first hit cinemas.
No, when you watch it again, it's quite rapey.
Okay. Greece only... Here we go. Here's some Greece fact fans. I nearly combine the words... I hesitated there because I nearly combined facts and fans and said, here are some Greece fags. Grease only cost £4.2 million to make, but it earned £250 million at the box office, and the soundtrack landed 4 songs in the top 10. Do you remember the Grease Megamix? Yes. That was very big at school discos in the 80s.
Discos, that was get everyone to the floor.
A hickey from Kinnicky is like a Hallmark card. Actor Jeff Conway, Kinnicky, insisted on giving Stockard Channing, Rizzo, a real love bite instead of using makeup. Well, that's just stupid. You're right about it being rapey. That's inappropriate. The title Grease was a way for creators to pay homage to the 1950s and the era's greasy hair, greasy engines and greasy food. I thought it was about the greasy hair, but everyone knew that.
Mm.
Number 4, the film Grease is a musical. What? No, it's not. Well, it is, but it's not. Happy Days star Henry Winkler was originally offered the role of Danny Zuko, but he turned it down for being fear of typecast. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second. In the movie, a lyric from Look at Me, I'm Sandra Dee was changed to something a little more sexual. Elvis, Elvis, let me be, keep that pelvis far from me. Eerily. Whoa! Here we go. Now we're in. Elvis Presley died the same day the scene was filmed. Now we're talking. Now we got some spooky facts. Olivia Newton-John's spandex pants were so tight when filming You're the One That I Want that they were absorbed into her body via her anus and vagina.
Oh, my God.
John Travolta's sister, Ellen, plays a diner waitress in the film. She had one line, Oh, there's Danny and Sandy.
Oh.
There's Danny and Sandy. From April to December 2018, cinemas will be marking the 40th anniversary with Grease sing-along screenings. Carrie Fisher was... I saw in that Gary Shandling documentary, there's some footage of Carrie Fisher from the 80s. Man, she was beautiful.
She was. But they kept telling her she was too fat.
Incredible. She was absolutely stunning. Carrie Fisher was a contender to play Sandy, but Marie Osmond was the front runner. The wholesome singer suited the role, but Osmond, who was raised a Mormon, objected to Sandy's bad girl transformation, so she declined. The cast would have graduated Rydell High School long ago. Newton-John worried about the 7-year age gap between her and co-star John Travolta, but the 29-year-old wasn't the oldest member of the cast. Stockard Channing was 33, and another pink lady, Jamie Donnelly, who played Jan, had premature grey hair. The cast chewed 100,000 pieces of bubblegum during the shoot. I mean...
Like they were counting.
A sequel called Summer School, focusing on Kenickie and Rizzo's wedding, was originally planned. Instead, Grease 2, owned by Alan Caddick. That movie is owned by Alan Caddick.
And bloody awful.
Yeah. Flipped the plot and starred Michelle Pfeiffer as the leader of the Pink Ladies. The 1982 release had twice the budget of the original, but it totally flopped. Ambitious plans for a Grease franchise, including 3 more movies and a TV spin-off series, had to be put on hold. And the rest are boring. It's not a good film, Grease.
No,
it's
and
not a good film.
and the messages within it are not great.
Well, you say that.
Okay, so let's go. Tell me more. Did she put up a fight?
Well, they're just making sure that it was consensual.
Well, and then the end bit being he kind of changes his personality by putting a jacket on. She starts smoking and wearing trousers that she has to be sewn into.
Grease is the one, it's got groove, it's got meaning. Grease is the time, it's the place, it's the moment. Grease is the way we are feeling.
Remind me what you studied at college again?
I studied Grease, the movie. It's a crappy movie. And that fella didn't phone in to talk about VIP paedophiles, which makes me think he's been murdered.
Or he's been silenced because there is a cover-up.
That's exactly what I just said, but in a better way. I said that.
No, what I mean is...
Well, no,
because you and I...
He's been murdered.
No, what I'm saying is because you and I get a lecture on what we are and aren't allowed to talk about as members of the MM.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't talking about murder, I was talking about the fact that we're pretending that he's not been ringing all night when he has, but we're silencing him. Not physically. Well, yeah, physically, but not killing. Just not letting him on.
I'm just really annoyed that someone said I'm not a Monkeys fan on Facebook, and that's really annoying me. That's distracted me for the whole show tonight, and that has ruined the vibe for me tonight, saying that I am not a Monkeys fan. So
it's one bloke.
Ruined the vibe. The bloke I've worked with.
Well.
Right. Can I have the story I want is there. So can I have the paper, please, Catherine, that's got the pages in? That's exactly what's going to go to the homeopathy story. And it's not there.
Let me go and find you a paper that's not been...
Why? You haven't got time to close the computer.
I've always got time to close the computer.
Open a computer and log into Twitter. You haven't got time to go and do that. We'll just sit here and wait.
Good. I'm going to take my time.
Yeah, you will do, mate, because that's your producing skills at the best, working at the best. It's her fault. She's producer and she's ballsed up, mate. She's producer and she's ballsed up. So I don't even feel bad that this bit's silent. Thank you, Catherine, for doing your job.
It's not my job.
To produce it is, mate, yeah.
It's not my job to fetch and carry newspapers.
It's making sure the presenter has everything that's required. So, yeah, it actually is. And with 6 minutes to go, you finally did it.
Tell you what you do require.
I'm not even going to look at you, because... Right, this one hasn't got it in either.
Maybe it's not in there.
No, I found it in one of the papers earlier on.
Why don't you keep the paper instead of throwing them on the
No,
floor?
because you bring the papers, you're supposed to... Lee, I haven't got time to shut the computer.
I have.
What an absolute arse of a woman. Here's the thing, right? It actually was in that paper. I was just winding her up. It was in there. I was just doing a thing. I do that kind of irritating thing sometimes where I just wind people up. I was winding her up. Shh, here she comes. Eee.
I hope it's not in there.
Hey! It was in the last one you gave me. It was in the last one you gave me. It's not in this one! It's not in this one! It was in the last one you gave me!
Oh dear.
Come on, I need the homeopathy story.
You ever read the story of the boy who cried wolf? Try and remember it.
Basically...
I'm not getting up again now.
Okay, well, let's take a caller. Let's try and talk to someone who's a little bit sensible, shall we? Good evening, caller.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Kath.
Yep.
Ignore her. Pretend she's not here.
All right. Ian, has Kath washed Fred's yet?
Has she washed her jet?
Mm?
No, has she washed Threads yet?
Oh, no, she hasn't. And Rhys Dinsdale, star of Threads, is coming on next week. So you've got
to cancel him.
Well, she's not watched it yet. Andrew, she'll be watching it over the weekend.
Yeah, because I remember from you talking about it, I now remember that I watched it at school. They made us watch it at school.
Yeah, good.
And from then on, I had nightmares as a kid.
I've been asked to write a thing. I've been asked to write a little 4-minute piece for Radio 4 about being a Generation X, right? And the pluses and the minuses of being Generation X. And basically, it's going to be about having to watch Threads. The whole 4 minutes is going to be about having to watch Threads and living in a constant fear of a nuclear bomb dropping on us and killing us. That is what I'm going to write about.
Are you old enough to remember the air raid sirens going off to test them, or?
No, mate. What, from the World War II?
No. They used to test it during, like, when the Threads was about, they used to test the air raid siren for a nuclear war.
I didn't hear that.
Every now and again, they just used to go off. They test the air raid sirens, and it used to scare the crap out of me.
All right, mate. Man up a bit.
Yeah, all right.
There we go. Thank
Snowflake.
Libtard. By the way, Darth Limmy on Twitter is playing an absolute blinder. He's playing a blinder. He's retweeting everyone who tweeted... Well, for example, here we go. From Pat T, Nutty Nora 007. Saddened and shocked to hear of the passing of Dale Winston. Niall Scott. Actually think that Dale Winston might be the most shocking celeb death ever. Big call for a big fella. More. Can't believe Dale Winston is dead. Limmy's just retweeting all of these. I mean, that is great. That is great. Dale Winston. I mean, it's silly and it's childish, but for goodness sakes, guys. It's what he would have wanted. Well, there's this... Okay, right, I remember it. So basically, there's a story in the paper about homeopathy, and I think if you take homeopathy, then you're a numpty. That's kind of it. And I meant to do it at the start of the show, because then that would wind people up. It would cause a furore. And
they'd have to take their rescue remedy.
Yeah, would have to take their rescue remedy.
Don't start doing my voice.
Well, I wasn't doing your voice. That was my natural voice. I must have picked it up. You must have rubbed off on me.
I certainly won't.
I do hope we're not sitting together at the Chaz and Dave concert tomorrow. Because I'm going to be up having a right old Cockney knees up.
It's going to be like a zoo.
I'm going to take a shooter.
Oh.
I'm going to take it. Do it Cockneys, isn't it? Like, I'm going to be like.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to
These aren't my people.
No, in that case, I'm going to wear a jacket, but I'm going to have razors behind my lapels. So if anyone grabs me...
No, you're supposed to have buttons all over, aren't you?
No, it's razors behind the lapel. So if someone grabs you by the lapels to threaten you, it cuts their fingers off. That's the plan.
I'll just kick you in the balls instead.
Okay, fair enough. Fine, I'll give you 20 quid for that.
Actually, if I'd have known that, I wouldn't have had to sit here all night. Just do that repeatedly for half an hour.
What a load of rubbish it's been tonight. Absolute, I mean, really, even by mine and Kath's standards, very low rent material this evening. I can only apologise.
I'm not sorry.
We both should hang our heads in shame. We will be back on Monday at 10 o'clock, but don't go anywhere, because coming up after 1 o'clock, it's the man himself, Mr. Paul Ross.